dinero para McDonald's? ¿Tú tienes dinero? ¿Tú tienes dinero? I'm like, I ain't got
That's
that.
how we starting.
I
That's
ain't got
how we
that.
starting.
That's
I'm
funny
like,
as
why?
hell.
What?
I ain't
I'm
got
I'm a, I'm a
that.
10-year-old child with no job. Why would I have that money?
All right.
Tú tienes dinero. Tú tienes. I don't got it, bro.
Oh,
I
my bad, my
ain't
bad.
got
Lo
it, bro.
siento.
What's up, guys? What's up, guys? How we
I
doing?
ain't with it, bro.
Yeet.
Let me make sure this is
Jeez.
so.
Nate's forehead's like shine bright like a diamond.
That's crazy. That's a crazy statement. That's a crazy
I hate
statement.
you, man. G, take your do rag off, man.
I'm not the one who said it. Why you coming at me?
I gotta get a heat to someone else.
Oh my
At least I show my hair. Goddamn.
god.
I didn't say nothing though. I'm not the one who came after you. Why you coming at me?
But you're
Yeah,
racist, so I
gotta
mean, you
take,
have.
gotta take the heat off me, bro. I gotta take the heat off me.
I guess.
Hold on, G. You know what I just noticed?
All right.
What the fuck that fraud wearing up there? That ugly ass shirt.
Oh, is he wearing a Brett shirt? Oh,
I
wow.
told you I'd wear a shirt for your ass.
Wow.
Because it triggers you so much.
Wow.
That shit is ugly. You don't take that shit off.
Nah, I'm
Oh, I
good.
got a Hitman shirt. Yeah, well, it's tragic.
Crazy.
I don't deserve any of this slander.
All right, everybody waiting. If everybody waiting, bro, we apologize, man. My Wi-Fi was down, man. We had that badass storm, bro. It had to come through, but the storm was crazy, man. That shit felt like goddamn tornadoes outside or something, man. That shit was going wild, bro. Sirens and shit going off.
That's crazy. It's kind of storming over here, so.
Nah, it was bad over. I mean, the storm wasn't long, but it hit pretty hard. But the Wi-Fi went down and shit was taking a minute to come back on, bro. That shit was aggravating me. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. Damn Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah. Nate, how you gonna tell me to take my direct off and Mo has his on too, man? Come on.
I show my hair on a
Yeah,
consistent
he do be
basis.
showing his hair, bro.
Eh,
Them tight ass braids, he be showing it.
Pipe
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
It make him think a lot though. You know what I'm saying? It's like Jimmy Neutron's think. You know what I'm saying? All Mo got to do is think.
Do it though, because he showed up to the
Gee, you're literally racist, bro. Pipe down.
Hey, you literally partake in activities that.
Hey,
Hey,
Here you
yeah.
going bullshit.
Hey,
I like how
hey.
chat forgot about that shit last week, but they
Because I
still
wasn't
stick
here to
G
remind him.
Hogan.
It's okay.
Nah,
It's
it's
okay.
cool. You still G Hogan. It's cool.
G do rag reveal
they
win.
just decided to let Mo.
We're gonna have to get G to make a bet on a match or something, bro, to put that do rag away for somebody he
Bro,
like
that ass.
gonna have to lose or
We
something.
should have done that with Swerve and Joe.
Yeah, you should have. You
Yeah.
should have. You
Yeah,
should have.
shit.
Oh, Malik, do you wanna tell him or do I? Do you wanna let him know
About what?
about what we talked about today?
Oh, the podcast. Yeah, you can tell him because you set it up. So
All right, guys. Well, people have been asking. People have been waiting for it to happen, and unfortunately, I am. working
actually,
for
probably,
Jeff Bezos now.
I could probably share the link in the chat, couldn't I?
I think you can. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you
can.
can. So sometimes, when we're late like this, maybe you have to go. Maybe you can't watch the podcast live, but you know where you can watch it? On Spotify. Because Apple, for whatever reason, doesn't want to let us put our podcast up there. I don't know why.
That's
wild.
So
I'll show
you
you how to
can
do it.
watch
I'll
it
show you how
on
to do it.
Spotify. I mean, listen to it on Spotify whenever you can. All episodes have been uploaded, and today's episode will be uploaded by tomorrow at 8 a.m. Central Time. So
I
you can go back
will.
and rewatch everything in case you're missing it.
I will share the chat right. I will share the link in the chat right now. For the people who may want to watch it on Spotify or anything. I wonder, can you pin comments?
Thank y'all
in
for the
here?
support though, man. We wouldn't
Yeah.
upload on Spotify.
Yeah, much
without
love,
y'all
y'all. Much
watching,
love.
man.
Much love.
Can't
That
pin
would-
comments. That's crazy.
Tristan, you don't want me in a do
You
rag.
can't pin comments on here. That's you might have to go to your actual YouTube and pin it.
Oh, wait a minute. This.
Yeah, you might have to go studio.
Okay. It says pinned one, but I don't see it on the bottom. Maybe it's maybe I have to go on.
Would
the
Apple just
actual-
like deny it or just like?
Bro, I was trying to make the account like 5 times and it just wouldn't.
I'll show you how to
create the
do it.
account. Okay,
I'll show you how to do it because I did it with my
Because
show too.
I had one for mine like a year and some change ago, but the process to make it was not as complicated as it is now.
Yeah, it's weird.
All right, so we can dive. Let's dive into the
I don't
topic.
want me in a do rag, bro. Y'all saw me in a bandana already, bro. That's
So yeah, you can check us out on Spotify. Every episode will be uploaded on there. We will also continue to stream, obviously, on YouTube as well, and Twitch and everything else for the people watching and stuff. So you guys can check it out and watch wherever you are. Now we'll dive into the what everybody's been waiting for. Like I said, the storm was going crazy over here, bro. So the Wi-Fi was down, but link for the Discord. I will drop that in a second. Give me a minute. Let me drop this.
You have a Discord? Look, why do I feel like I barely found that?
Yeah, I'm not really in it like that a lot. Don't gonna lie to you. I used to be, but I just be forgetting I have it.
Bro, mine get too hectic. I'm out of it.
But I'll drop the link for the Discord real quick for everybody watching.
It said Nate. Not gonna lie, Nate looks weird without his do-rag on.
There you guys go.
Hey, man. I ain't got to cut in a minute, bro.
Do they
You gotta
not
get
want
used to
fake
it.
skits? He barely.
All right.
About to say, don't Nate just be living life?
I do be looking
Don't
like
many-
that.
Living La Vida Loca.
But don't many like bully him for not wearing a do-rag? Like,
All right, bro. All right, bro.
All right, so before we dive into everything on the show, I want to talk about how much better these Saudi shows have gotten just in general. I'm gonna tell y'all some of the things that happened in like the first 2 years of these shows. Just kind of recap like how bad they really were. So pretty much ever since they came back from pandemic, the shows have progressively gotten a lot better due to better booking. The crowds have been better. But from 2018 to 2020, all these things happened in a span of 2 years on different shows. Not all the shows, same shows, but different shows. So we had, in the earlier stages of these Saudi shows, we had DX versus Brothers of Destruction. We had Shane McMahon. We had Shane McMahon winning the Best in the World Cup. Brock Lesnar destroyed Braun Strowman in a match that lasted 1 minute and 15 seconds, where Braun Strowman had no offensive moves and took 5 F5s in a row. We had Shane McMahon beat Roman Reigns at one show. Goldberg versus The Undertaker happened. Brock Lesnar and Cain Velasquez happened, which was 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
I forgot about that.
Useless.
We had Team Hogan versus Team Flair.
Jesus.
Brock Lesnar dominated and destroyed Ricochet in a match that was 1 minute and 35 seconds, where Ricochet had no offensive moves.
Wait,
we had
Team Hogan and Team Flair.
I was just thinking, who was on those teams?
It was
you had Roman Reigns on one of those
Rusev.
teams. You had Shorty G when he was Chad Gable when he was Shorty G.
Ricochet.
We had Ricochet on there. It was pretty much
Captain North America.
other matches that we had on there. We had Goldberg beat the Fiend, which we all remember.
Classic.
And majority of, I actually looked this up just to kind of, majority of Brock Lesnar matches at the show, most of them he dominated, and most of them were under 3 minutes.
Is he undefeated at Saudi shows?
No, he's not undefeated,
he lost
but
to Roman. He lost to Roman. Yeah.
he had quite a few matches that were on the show that had a lot of potential, like him versus Ricochet. Like, obviously we knew Ricochet wasn't gonna win, but it's like, damn, bro, y'all couldn't.
It's a smaller guy, so you would assume like he would.
Y'all couldn't give Ricochet like 10 minutes to do what he could do in the ring. Brock Lesnar has good matches with the smaller guys too, bro. So it's like y'all couldn't give my man Ricochet 10 minutes, bro. He got 1 minute and 35 seconds, bro, and he had no offensive moves. I actually went back to look at it just to make sure because I forgot about it. He literally no offensive moves whatsoever. He took a slam, 3 suplexes, and an F5, and that was
They
it.
could have just not had Brock defend the title. We would have been.
But then you would have people bitch about it that he's not defending the title.
Yeah, so pretty much
damned
since
if you do, damned if you don't.
pretty much since Crown
pretty
Jewel
much.
2021, the Saudi shows have gotten a lot better because within those first 2 years, there were, oh my gosh,
They're
terrible.
really bad.
I mean, they were literally calling it non-canon at one point.
Yeah.
They were.
All these shows were like,
The greatest
okay, this
Royal
is
Rumble.
just, the greatest Royal Rumble, the most non-canon thing ever.
Yeah,
Daniel
we
Bryan
had,
technically has the record for the longest time. In a
He
Royal
does.
Rumble match.
Strowman
Yeah.
has the most eliminations.
Yeah.
Ever.
And a win.
And a win. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Strowman won that Rumble, and there was a lot of
He did,
people.
yeah. He did.
There was a lot of people in there. That first show wasn't overall too bad because it
That
was the
match don't
first
count.
one. I think they were trying to build something up, but literally the next Saudi show they had was DX versus Brothers of Destruction, so it went down. the
Like it
middle.
just felt
Hey,
like
we
a
had- hey, we
glorified
also
house show
had-
at first.
Yeah, hey, we also had what's it called? Titus O'Neil, his greatest highlight of his career.
I was more entertained.
That highlight is gonna get him into the Hall of Fame. I hope y'all know that.
Oh, easily.
That
He
highlight
already
is
is.
getting him
Technically.
into
He already
the
is
Hall
in the Hall of
He
Fame.
is
Yeah.
in technically.
He's
How?
a warrior award
The Warrior
recipient.
Award.
Technically,
Oh.
he's already in. Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
I
Warrior
think,
Award.
I
He's
think,
gonna
I
get a
think,
full
I think the
induction.
first match of all the Saudi shows, it was John Cena and Triple H.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I actually
John
recently
Cena's last singles win.
Yeah, I actually recently went back and watched that match, and it was just like regular lockup, and then pedigree, kick out, AA, kick out, another
Yeah,
AA.
a typical
Typical old head match.
It's just-
You feel me?
Yeah, I was like, that's an old head match. That is a
Typical
Oh, yeah,
old
that's
head
match.
match.
that is a triple.
it was-
But overall,
John
for the
Cena
Saudi crowd,
classic.
that was good for them. That's what
Yeah,
they
that,
put
that
out.
first
Cool.
Saudi show wasn't too bad. They also had a ladder match on there with like Seth Rollins and
That match was
Samoa
good.
Joe.
I'll give them
They
that.
did.
They had a,
Hey, you remember what happened after Cena won though? He cut that that promotional promo that got no reaction whatsoever.
Well, to be
And it
fair,
was
that
like but it was like right after
I don't remember that. Yeah.
it was like right after the stuff in Saudi happened with the reporter or something.
That
And it was like
right
the
before
worst
Crown
time
Jewel.
to do it.
That was-
Remember that?
right
Like-
before Crown
Oh.
Jewel.
Yeah, that was before Crown Jewel because John Cena was supposed to be on the show and then he didn't.
And he
uh,
refused. Yeah, he
then
didn't
he
show
didn't
up.
go.
I thought it was that one.
And Brian didn't go either.
Yeah,
But
Daniel
that-
Bryan
A lot of
didn't
people
go.
stopped going to Saudi.
Right.
Sammy couldn't, but
Sammy
Kevin
was
didn't
allowed for a
go.
while.
Kevin.
I think AJ lost somebody lost
He was
the
on
title
there.
right before because
No,
they
he
didn't
was-
want to go.
He
to
lost.
Saudi.
He lost after.
Yeah,
He
'cause
lost it,
Joe
yeah.
slid in for Brian's spot, I guess.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, but
right,
the first,
you're
the
right.
first like 3 or 4 Saudi shows, they had no women, no. A lot of the
Yeah.
stars, some of the main stars wouldn't go, but they
It was so bad they had to do it.
I know a guy who works for WWE, and I've talked to him before, and he was like, bro, them some people still going because they said them Saudi checks are like mania checks, bro. Them things were fat, bro. So some people had to go get them, bro. That's why they was having like Brock and all the people on the show because I'm like, all right, I mean, sure, all right.
My question is CM Punk gonna do one? Because
I mean, he
He
probably,
wasn't
honestly,
there
bro,
either this past time.
he wasn't.
he's injured though. But honestly, though, if they got Sami Zayn, bro, I think they get anybody to do it. 'Cause
I was
Sami
about to
Zayn-
say now.
I mean-
I think CM
Yeah.
Punk could do a show.
Because he was like, he did tell Miz take your Saudi blood money. I was like,
Yeah, but
You
like
don't look like a hypocrite.
they gonna come for you when you get there.
They
Like,
are,
it's
okay,
bad.
but-
CM Punk, bro, they gonna throw him a big ass bag, bro.
But also
It's
too, I think
Easily,
another thing
bro.
we need
On that
to.
money, bro.
I think another thing we need to recognize is that a lot of this stuff we've said about WWE, I don't think we can say anymore. Like, I think we do have to remember, pretty much for 85% of Triple H's creative control run, other than that period from Mania 39 to like SummerSlam, other than that small little period, or like, yeah, whatever that was, Triple H, when he's controlled it and hasn't had Vince McMahon coming in his ear whispering and tearing up scripts, it's been the best it's ever been. Now, it took a minute for the women's division to get there, but we're here now. It took them a minute, but we're here
Still
now.
working.
So,
Still working.
I don't know if people,
I mean, we're gonna talk about all the.
Yeah, I don't know if
think
people realize though, but like when they did the first Saudi show in 2018, but they signed a 10-year deal, so they're there until
Yep.
2028. So there were always people mad about them going every year. I'm like, bro, they have a 10-year they can't
They
not
have
just
to.
go.
And
bro.
it's
Like,
not like the
it's a
talent
breach of
signed
contract,
on,
bro. They can get sued for that. Like,
yeah, and it's not like the talent. It's not like the talent came in there and was like, "Yeah, sign me up for that." They ain't had no. choice.
and not to lie, I mean, realistically, like the Middle East, Saudi is like one of the richest countries in the world, bro. Like,
Oh, they're
have
gonna
so much money.
re-up. The Endeavor president was already talking about re up.
Yeah,
yeah, now that
they have so
Endeavor
much
runs
money
it,
because now
yeah,
Saudi has WWE. They're getting UFC now to do shows. They have
Yep.
they get all types of movie premieres every year for like a big movie. So
The
like
boxing.
they're one of my boxing too, bro. Like they're one of the richest.
yeah, they're
Super
probably
Bowl,
gonna
Super
re
Bowl,
up. They're
so-
probably gonna re up. I'm not gonna
What's
lie.
crazy is
I mean, I
WWE,
wouldn't blame
Yeah.
them financially.
No.
like the Saudi
Easily, 'cause
crowd, the
can only
Saudi
imagine.
the Saudi crowd, they go crazy. Like I think WWE realized you need to have certain superstars on that show too. Like Sammy is gonna be a must going forward on every Saudi show.
Yeah,
Which Nate, I saw what you put on Twitter, and I agree. I think he should win his first world title in Saudi Arabia.
I think he will. I think he will.
You know what Sammy's slowly kind of turning into? You know how they always slid Mansoor on these Saudi shows to pop the
Yeah.
crowd?
Yeah,
That's what Sammy is, but to a higher level.
way
Much
higher.
and they always bringing back that Abraham. I don't know who that guy is. That guy announcing. I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. But
Oh,
he's,
Ibrahim.
he one of them, bro.
He's a comedian.
Yeah, he's some
Yeah,
type of he one of them. But I mean, the shows have progressively gotten better. The crowds have gotten better.
But the energy I didn't expect. Like so.
Nah, yeah, that was.
So
they were good.
Mo, when we were doing our watch along yesterday, there was something about the Randy and Gunther match where they made it feel like I was like, bro, I got goosebumps. Like
Yeah.
Like that energy, they were doing the Olay, they were doing the RKO, like they were
Yeah.
chanting all like it felt like France for a little bit. Where I'm like,
Well,
this is
I
Saudi
will say
crowd.
though,
This
I
the
was
Saudi
nervous.
crowd?
I was nervous for it because Saudi crowds are usually not like
The best.
great.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
usually
they got a lot
like they'll
better.
pop for the
Yeah.
entrances and then they'll just kind of sit
Yeah.
there. But Corey Graves keeps saying it, and we get the point, so stop saying it now. But France did start a trend. France, I
No,
think,
they
Oh,
did.
easily.
started
Yeah.
easily. They're like, okay, we need
The
to
Randy Orton
step
singing.
our game up. Even the main roster crowds, like week to week, you can tell
They said
they're
they
actually-
had the use up, and that was in
Yeah,
America.
yeah,
They
they
did.
did. They did.
Yeah.
They
Bro,
did.
they chanted "You suck" to
Um,
Gable. Like, bro, they're starting to have that energy now, which I love.
Yes,
man.
and
It
it
shows
that
that
Gunther
people
Randy,
watch
that
it.
Gunther Randy match did it for me though. I'm like, bro,
and you
Also,
can
I think it
definitely
helps
feel
that it
in
was
the-
Jeddah.
Personally.
And not
Yeah,
Riyadh.
yeah. That you know
Yeah,
what? That
yeah.
is a fair point as well. That is a fair point as well. Because
Yeah, different. There's different. I mean, obviously, different crowds and different places and different cultures. So, I mean, we don't even know what's gonna be like when they go to Scotland. I mean, we assume it's gonna be loud, but I mean, shit, we ain't know. Nobody knew Paris was gonna be like that. Like,
I mean,
nobody knew
it's
I
Paris
gonna,
was
it's
did-
gonna be
gonna,
like
it's
that.
gonna be,
did
it's gonna be a
'cause-
competition. It's gonna be a competition.
Yeah, I mean, because Puerto Rico was crazy. Honestly, once backlash happened in Puerto Rico, I was like, okay, this little run that they're gonna go on with the foreign crowds, Elimination Chamber here. I think Toronto is probably gonna have one of its best crowds ever. Even though they're always a good crowd, they're a little bit more spoiled than everybody else because they get more shows on a consistent basis. So they'll have their dull moments. I don't think that's gonna happen when we get some Money in the Bank. Which, my goodness, WWE's got like 3 pay-per-views in like
Bro,
the span of 2
I-
months.
This
damn near.
feels like a
Yeah.
competition because like other countries that's not the U.S. like whenever because we heard like France or all over people were saying, oh, France might be the best crowd. So now you got a crowd like Scotland that's going to be like, oh, y'all think France the best crowd?
I
Yeah.
don't know how you top.
Watch,
France.
watch this.
That was-
Now it's going to be a whole
I
night beer
do-
type
I-
shit.
I
Nah,
think
I'm all
once
for
Drew
it,
McIntyre, once Drew McIntyre wins that title, that's how Glasgow talks.
Well,
because
yeah.
Clash at the Castle was almost one of the best crowds ever till France
Solo.
happened.
Backlash.
Till
Yeah.
Puerto Rico
till-
happened. Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, I said France. I meant
But
Puerto
even then,
Rico,
so all
yeah.
over social media, you still
Yo.
got people like debating who's better between Puerto Rico and France. I still got
Quick
France,
thing.
but
Quick thing.
it's still a debate.
I just have a bad feeling Drew's not winning at Clash. I have a feeling. I don't believe it fully, but I have a
Because you
small
know
inkling
what's
of a
gonna
feeling.
happen,
Exactly.
man.
And why is that? Why do you have
Lewis
that
knows what
feeling?
I'm
Why do you
talking
have that
about.
feeling?
Because of Gunther.
Gunther,
I don't think they're gonna do the Drew and Gunther match at SummerSlam. They could, and I'm all for it.
They did it
but
last
I
year.
don't-
Yeah.
Well,
think
yeah,
they'll-
but that was a
but-
different situation.
And I think Triple H doesn't have a problem running stuff back if there's character development behind it. So Mo, I hear what you're saying.
Mhm.
I think they actually are going to do it because obviously the Judgment Day is starting their descent now with Liv Morgan winning that title. So I think you can keep pushing this Finn Balor. I think you can keep pushing this Finn Balor thing. And when Drew McIntyre does win, there's a simple solution for him losing that title.
Gunther,
CM
I
Punk.
agree.
Well, that is the thing.
No, not CM Punk
Punk
winning.
clear.
CM Punk costing him the title.
Yeah,
I was about to say,
yeah,
you don't
it's
think
Punk
CM Punk's
clear.
gonna
That's the
cost
thing.
him at Clash?
I think
That's what I'm
Drew
thinking.
should
He
win
did
at
say
Clash.
something in his
And when
promo.
you
I don't
run-
know, man.
He did
Because-
say
Nah,
something
not
in
at
his
Clash.
promo.
Not at Clash.
No,
It'll cost
no,
him at SummerSlam.
No, yeah, no.
That's what I'm
Have Drew win at Clash because under technicality, Drew still I still don't see Drew as a full on heel because he's still dapping people up. So you can still run the Drew and Gunther match, but that's where you pull the trigger on Gunther.
Well, yeah,
Because
yeah.
I feel
Gunther
like
has to go to Bash and Berlin.
Alright,
we
so-
got hold on, we got Solo Sikoa in the chat, man. We don't want no
Alright,
bloodline.
alright.
What's up, Thumbboy?
All right, so I feel like this is the scenario that we're in, and I want to use the Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa situation in NXT. I feel like Triple H knows when he has a rivalry as hot as the Drew and Punk rivalry has been, the world title doesn't need to be involved. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, it just fell in place for Ciampa to win because he was so hot, so you had to do it. But Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, that rivalry didn't need the title. So what did Triple H do? He put the title on somebody else that can still be in the mid card, but still also feel like a big deal as well. Like Aleister Black he was staying in the mid card, but we know Aleister Black is also a main eventer. He could have main evented if the story didn't happen. I feel like that's the same case where it's going to be with Gunther. Drew and Punk, that's the main event story for Raw. They're gonna throw the world title on somebody that can fluctuate on the mid card and the main event scene if they have to, which is gonna be Gunther. Gunther's essentially the Aleister Black in the scenario. That's what I think is gonna happen.
It's
They
gonna
could
be
easily
interesting.
swerve us and he not win the title at all. Cause
Man,
hey, you wanna know why? Hey, you wanna know why? You wanna know why? Because there's somebody who they keep. Hey, if he wins Money in the Bank, they keep calling this nigga main event Jey Uso. He gotta win
He
eventually.
gonna get Lewis started, bro. He gonna get Lewis started.
Oh, you talking about,
Hey, man.
mid card Jey Uso?
I don't know
Hey,
if Jay
man.
even gets some Money in the Bank, bro. I
No,
don't
but
know
here's
if
the
I
thing
believe
Hey,
it.
man.
about Clash, right? Because
I gotta see who's in the
Punk
match.
did say in his promo a couple weeks ago that he
He
I
taking
think he said it
everything from
off
him.
the mic. Yeah, he said it off.
We got
the mic,
Roman
I
Reigns
think.
in here, bro.
He was like, if I can like be hiding in Scotland, and that there's that whole aspect of it too.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I got a question. I want to ask G, baby. I want to ask you something.
Oh, me?
Something serious.
Oh,
Serious question. Serious question, because you're the one that said it, so I need to know. Liv Morgan still Dallas Cowboys, or has she overcome that now?
so.
Here we go.
Wait, did you do research today about what was happening all over Twitter with Liv?
I did a little bit. I did a little bit. So let's talk about Liv Morgan. Let's talk about Liv Morgan.
What do we think this okay, let's
That's
break it
how I
down
feel
with
about her
this.
title reign.
What does this championship run have to be for Liv Morgan? Because obviously it can't be what it was. the first time.
What is it have to? Okay,
oh.
so let me ask for clarification. Oh God, no, it's not.
No, what does it have? What does this run have to be for her to be looked at as like a real top main event star in the division?
So if that's the question you're asking, in order for that to happen, she needs to beat Becky Lynch clean, and she needs to beat Rhea Ripley clean. Now, if she doesn't do any of those things, I don't even need both, because let's be real, Becky Lynch, Dominic, because now they're pretty much establishing Dominic is like explicitly part of this now.
Bro, we got the fucking bloodline in my chat, bro.
Oh gosh, daddy. And now that Dominic is explicitly as opposed to like subliminally, even if she doesn't beat Becky Lynch clean, fine. When that triple threat inevitably happens when Rhea comes back, because she's pretty much almost there now. Like she wasn't going to be gone for long.
Right.
She needs to beat them clean. One of them. I don't care who it is, because if she beats either of them clean, you got your props.
It should
Right?
be Becky.
And then
I was
after
thinking-
she beats them clean, she then needs to take the route of Cody Rhodes, and hear me out why I say that. My big fear of Cody Rhodes is after he won this title, they were still going to present him as this underdog babyface. They haven't. Cody Rhodes is like, no, I'm like that now, and I'm going to beat everybody who comes in my way. Liv Morgan, if she does beat Rhea and Becky, you've gotten over the hurdle. You beat the obstacle. You're on their level. You've clearly shown you're on their level because you beat them now. Do not then go back to being I still am owed this. No, you won. You got it. Be the twisted heel that you are, and just beat people. I personally can't stand when people overcome an obstacle, but then still act like they have an obstacle to overcome.
I see what you're saying.
I hate that. So once if Liv Morgan overcomes this obstacle, congratulations, you overcame the obstacle. Start acting like you are the obstacle now. Do not continue to be like you are still trying to overcome an obstacle.
I understand
If
what
she
you're
does
saying,
that,
but do you see her as like someone that like dominates? Like she's a heel. She's supposed to be a heel.
No.
Supposed to be a heel.
No, but she can
But
be a twisted heel, because technically, to all her Liv fans, she's a babyface.
They don't matter.
I know, but
realistically though, like
Yeah.
she's
cooking,
a
I feel
heel,
like
but
I feel like the type
she-
of champion she needs to be is a chicken shit heel.
She's a
Like I know,
Absolutely.
Honestly, the way
listen,
she won it.
like Mo,
Yes.
you're gonna dislike me for saying this, but this is the only way. What showed me in her match with Becky Lynch, she has to be portrayed as an ultimate opportunist. Retain your championship by any means necessary. That's what she did. Dom didn't get involved, but when she saw an opportunity to take an easy
took
win
it.
and to get the belt, she took it. That's what she needs to do. If they have a triple threat match with Becky, Rhea, and Liv, and Rhea does a riptide on Becky, throw Rhea out of the ring, pin Becky, because you still got the clean win. That's what she needs
I
to
was
be.
about to say
portrayed
that's
at.
still a clean win.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
That's what she needs.
I think
she
right
needs
now-
to be
Supposed to get her
chicken
match on
shit
Monday.
heel.
All they have to do is just make her feel like a credible champion. Like I don't think they necessarily need to change her character because even though she technically is supposed to be a heel, a lot of the things that she's been doing are for valid reasons though. Like she did get hurt by Rhea, so for her to come back and go after Rhea and take her out, you can't really say that she's not in the wrong for that because Rhea's the one that did it first. You know what I mean? And then for her to want to take the title just to take everything away from Rhea, like she said she was gonna do. I knew that she was going to win that match because I said she's going to do whatever it takes to win. She's not going to try to take the easy way out. She'll do anything it takes to win because her ultimate goal is just to take the title. It doesn't matter how she wins it. She just needs to take the title just to shove it in Rhea's face, shove it in everybody's face to prove that she came back to complete the whole revenge story that she was completing. She's kind of like a lot like how Drew McIntyre is. Like Drew McIntyre is supposed to be heel, but a lot of the things that he says are true though. Like they're not wrong, you know what I mean? Like he's saying a lot of the things that are true, like all the stuff that he's talking about CM Punk within the bloodline. Why should he, like Drew and Liv are kind of in the same boat as far as like why should we be forgiveful again? Like why should we just keep forgiving people and just trying to take the right route when we do that, but it doesn't get us anywhere.
But then again, some of the best heels are justified, but they're being dicks about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why for me, Johnny Gargano's heel run is a little more underrated and it doesn't get talked about enough because his heel run was justified. Why did everybody all of a sudden forget about Tommaso Ciampa and all the deep this man came out to booze and now y'all cheer him because he had a little neck surgery? I even forgot what he did to me. I don't want to see him as champion. So I'm gonna throw something at y'all and I want to see how y'all feel about it. Obviously, nobody ever wants injuries. Let me make sure I'm clear with that. Nobody ever wants injuries. I never wish that on anybody. That being said, do y'all think low-key Rhea having to vacate the title was probably the best thing for this story?
Yes.
Best thing for Liv.
It makes it more interesting. It makes it a little bit more interesting because it allows the story to have different angles because I'm actually interested in the story. This is the most interested I've been in Liv's character because all the promos that she's been cutting, I've been listening to it, and it's like, oh, everything she's saying makes sense. So I can't really say that
it makes
she's
sense,
at fault for it. Rhea, obviously, when she comes back, you know what her ultimatum is going to be. And now with the whole Dom factor, it makes you wonder, like, will they replace Rhea with, because I wouldn't be shocked if they wanted to take Rhea out Judgment Day because she's really surpassed the heel role. She's a babyface at this point. Like
and her and Damian clash.
Her and people.
Well, that's why I don't.
People don't want to boo her, and I think people more so are booing Liv at this point. And Dom's going to continue to be hated. So if they were to pair up Dom and Liv and have Rhea go on this babyface run, that wouldn't be a crazy thing to do at this stage. And you could always have Becky still in there because she's still Becky Lynch at the end of the day, so she still has her purpose to be in there as well. And for Liv to come back and Rhea to get hurt, it allowed Becky to be a part of it because she lost at WrestleMania, so she wasn't even a part of the story anymore.
That's why I asked the question because bluntly stated, Becky lost to Mania, was supposed to go away. Liv Morgan was going to be the original Queen of the Ring match. And I don't think Liv Morgan was going to win because I also don't think they would have been telling this Dominic story. Is Liv Morgan taking him out? I don't think they were going to tell that story as explicit because let's be real, Dom would have been under Rhea's thumb. Wherever Rhea goes, that's where Dom goes. And as far
they could have maybe still something did like that. They maybe could have still the same finish like Dom was trying to help Rhea, but they're like, oh, I messed up.
That would be a really dumb and unbelievable way to end Rhea Ripley's title reign if they would have done that. That's why I don't think they would have told that story. And then the other thing too, when it comes to Rhea Ripley, she's been getting cheered since she started the mommy thing, and this group has been healed the whole time. So I think that's why I think it also benefits Judgment Day as well. Because Rhea being gone, we all looked at her as the leader, the one who held the group together. She was making business deals with the bloodline. The second Rhea goes, Dominic is dealing with Liv now, and technically the reason she wins the title. Damian and JD and Finn looks like they about to split their ways. Carlito coming in, honestly, kind of pointlessly, but whatever. You know, I guess Latinos got to stick together. I guess. So
yeah.
Like Rhea, that's what I'm saying. Rhea low key, even though if you're gonna get injured, which no one wishes, you want to make the best of the situation. And I think this split from Judgment Day has happened a lot more naturally with Rhea gone, as opposed to if she would have been there, because I think they would have had to like kind of drag it out a little bit longer. They probably would have used Damian Priest losing the title to start the split, as opposed to just Rhea being gone, knowing she's the glue to this group. So that's why I asked the question, because low key, everything going wrong with the Judgment Day started when Rhea got hurt.
Yeah, I think.
Becky go away after Monday?
Maybe.
Probably.
Does what?
Does Becky go away after Monday because she's fighting Liv again?
Probably.
I don't know.
I would say. I
Triple
would
threat.
argue that's where you do the clean win.
That's what I
just
was
me.
thinking.
That's just
If you want to make Liv feel like
credible.
dominate out the gate, sure. But my logic to that would be, one, if you were gonna give her the clean win on Monday, you might as well should have just given her the clean win out the pay-per-view. And then two, if Becky goes away, I'm not gonna lie, because she still hasn't overcome Rhea Ripley either. I think the triple threat needs to happen.
Yeah,
Like I think the triple threat is pretty much the SummerSlam match. I think Rhea will be good by then. I think because I think her timeline was only like, I think her timeline was only like 8 to 12 weeks, right? And we're
and AJ went out with a separated shoulder once. It was like a month. So
so she can come. I think low key she probably could have came back already. They're just trying to do the storytelling right now, which makes sense. Shout out to Triple H. But I think SummerSlam is the triple threat, and then Becky can go off. Because Seth, I don't think is coming back for a minute either.
No, yeah, he's
maybe Rumble.
Yeah, that boy.
Yeah, he could be entrant 30 in the Rumble. I would love to see.
I want him to win it personally. So
we can talk about the Rumble later.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But to get back
for the Rumble,
to get back to the to the question, G, is Liv Morgan still Dallas Cowboys though, bro?
Oh yeah, that is how we started.
Cleveland Cavaliers.
No.
You got one championship.
Well, she got two. She got two though. She got two now. So
Mickey Mouse.
I'm
not gonna
She got
lie.
a championship.
The one with Ronda don't count.
I'm not gonna lie.
Mickey Mouse.
I mean, it's still in the records, bro.
But is that ship as good as LeBron beating?
Actually,
She ain't. No. She's Tristan Thompson. That's who she is.
She's the Green Bay Packers.
I like
That's
Aaron Rodgers got that one championship.
But she got two though, so she got to be somebody at least with.
Oh no, I'm talking. Oh, you know what? But Dallas had hella chips when I'm talking about the current day, not
day.
Oh, the current.
Yeah,
okay.
she's the current.
2008 Boston. Nah, she's Shaq.
Again, facts. She is always
She's always
the most overhyped big three of all time, bro.
Bro, they act like they won 20 rings, bro. I swear to God.
Nah.
Oh wait, Celtics is crazy.
She ain't the Pistons, bro. Relax. She ain't the Pistons.
Nah. Don't disrespect 04.
I mean, the
04
Pistons only
Pistons?
did win that one title.
Chauncey, Mr. Big Shot, Chauncey Billups.
And
That's one of the
04.
greatest defenses of all time.
Yeah.
What is she,
Hennessy
Darko?
beat-
No, she's Darko Milicic. Because remember, Darko had the World Heavyweight Championship around this week.
Bruh.
So the Ben
Someone said
Wallace.
she's Celtics Shaq. That's wild.
Hold on, Ben
man.
Wallace.
Chris
Nice, though.
Chris
Hold on.
Webber.
Yeah, but Wallace is like, what are you doing?
No, I'm listen, maybe Liv is gonna be like that though. We don't know yet. I mean,
You
Nah,
know, you
bro.
know what
Right.
Liv Morgan is.
she just
Oh,
can't be.
wait. One more thing to address.
Well,
And this is why we don't like y'all. You Liv fans. You won. She's a champion.
Thank you.
She
Cool,
won the women's world title on a pay-per-view. Matt, she wasn't even the death spot. She was the opening match. Why are y'all complaining? Why do y'all find a way to go on this app we call X, formerly known as Twitter, and still find a way to complain? I figured y'all would be outside busting fireworks, doing all the
shaking
flips,
ass the way y'all be.
everything because Liv Morgan won a title.
Like
y'all
imagine
complaining?
Cody won and people were still crying.
They are. What the fuck?
No, Roman fans are bitching.
Roman
I'm
fans,
talking,
yeah.
I'm talking about Cody
Look,
fans.
I mean,
If this
Roman
was Becky
fans,
fans, if this was Becky fans tripping, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll let y'all have it. Liv Morgan fans are the ones who won, and they're still upset.
Because they're
She
remedial,
didn't win
bro.
clean.
Because she's not believable.
up.
She's not believable, bro.
And she's a heel. She's a
heel.
Heels,
She's a heel, bro.
heels can
Bro, I'm
cheat and
saying,
win and be fine.
I
That's why
swear,
they're heels.
Liv Stan
I-
started
there's
watching
not a
wrestling
lot of-
yesterday.
Like bluntly stated, there's not a lot of heels in the history of this company that didn't cheat to win.
Facts.
Gunther's one of them.
Facts.
Gunther's one
Yeah.
of them. Like he's
Like, bro,
he's an
Triple
anomaly.
H cheated. Like Triple H fucking
all the
cheated.
time.
Gunther cheated once.
All the time.
No, Gunther cheated twice, if I remember.
But like in his whole like
Rarely.
career almost.
Rarely
Like, his
rarely
whole
cheats.
career.
Rarely cheats. But there's nothing wrong with cheating. And
what are people saying on?
And Liv didn't flat
I
out cheat. She's not the one that brought the chair in. She just
what are the people? What are the Liv fans you claim crying? Because I haven't seen anything, so I don't know.
They were mad that she didn't win clean. They're mad that Becky's getting a rematch on Monday.
Well, y'all get that title defense out the way.
Right. The thing on Monday could make her look.
I think they're a little nervous. I think
y'all first title defense was Shayna Baszler last time. This time around it's Becky Lynch. They're caring about the title reign.
You know what they
wanted for people to care?
You know what? You're right, Malik. They probably just nervous because last time she had to defend her title against the person she beat, she lost in Ronda Rousey. So, you know what?
Well, no, her first title defense, the last time she had it was that SummerSlam match when she tapped out. Before that,
shit was ass.
She did tap out.
She got booed on the next match. So that's just what they need to avoid. They need
if the ref gets knocked out and she taps out to Becky Lynch when the ref knocked out, I swear to God, I'm all y'all ass. I'm all y'all ass, man.
This run really is going to
make or break her.
Liv fans, you need this run to be good. You need this run to be good because this run is ass. I'm on your ass. Because you've been hyping this girl up like she's a fucking goddess. Like she's the second coming of freaking Alexa Bliss and fucking no, bro. Like she needs to cook because it's not a money ass.
Bianca type
run.
Bianca top run.
Hey, if Charlotte shows up at the end of this match, it's GG's. It's GG's.
If Charlotte,
the way they hyping her up.
If Charlotte is showing up for anybody, it's gonna be.
She better cook.
It's gonna be for.
No, yeah.
Y'all don't think Charlotte gonna do Nia Jax Queen versus Queen?
No.
I feel like
no.
Hey, they might scrap again.
Oh, also too.
Nia.
Round of applause because this is Nia Jax is the perfect example of when bullying actually works.
Hey, why? All right, all right.
No, think about it. Think about it. When Nia Jax was first in WWE, she got crucified.
She did
left, right, up, down the center because she was always injuring people. She was too stiff. She didn't know how to work, and then she got released. Which we don't want people getting fired, but she got released. When she came back, this panel was not happy about it. We were like, ugh, why? Even when she made her Rumble appearance and they botched that, we were like, ugh, why? And Nate is the first one I ever heard say it, and everybody's kind of agreed with him since. She saved that Raw Women's division.
She did.
For sure.
Cool.
She even though she lost a couple times, she was looking like, honestly, she looked like one of the best women's wrestlers on that division, aside from Rhea, when they actually started treating her run like they cared. So this Queen of the Ring, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think Bianca Belair was gonna lose because I really thought they were about to strap the rocket to Nia. To Lyra. That's what I thought they were going to do, the way they were presenting her.
I told you, Nia.
But once Nia beat Bianca, I was like, okay. And honestly, it's well deserved. And I'm not going to lie. I said it in my video. If they give her the title, if Bayley loses at SummerSlam,
she should.
I'm not going to be mad.
She should.
I'm not going to be because Bayley doesn't need a lengthy run. I do want her to have a couple more defenses in between this. Like, I think Bayley needs to be at every pay-per-view going forward so it doesn't feel like a Io Sky type of run. But yeah,
that finish though, that
was crazy.
I jumped out of my seat, bro.
You know what's crazy?
Sitting at work, and I'm jumping.
2 years ago, we would have thought Lyra got injured. We would
have broken ribs.
Broken
ribs.
But I agree with you, G, because Nia is also an example of taking constructive criticism, working on it, and getting better. Like, sometimes us telling you suck is not a bad thing. Just learn.
But honestly, though, if you look, I don't know. Looking back at it, if we look back at it, I don't know if she was ever really that bad. I think her presentation was just misused. Like she didn't feel like.
She wasn't.
If you look at it, she does all the same stuff pretty much in our matches. Just her presentation feels like it's bigger now because
I know
she wasn't
a lot safer.
No, she's a lot safer now. That's the difference.
Yeah, and she wasn't as bad as people were making it out to be, but she needed some work. She wasn't awful, but she needed work.
But because she had the same track record as Rich Holland, basically, and everybody crucified him for it. Like, she concussed Kairi Sane. Obviously the Becky stuff. Now Becky worked out for her, but at the time we were pissed because that messed up the Survivor Series match we were all looking forward to. Like, she hurt. Oh, her first night back put Rhea and Raquel on the shelf. Like, her first night back.
I think what's changed this definitely this time around is the way that they're portraying her as like an immovable force, because they never really did that her last run. like everybody was just lifting her up with ease and shit like that. Now it's like I don't want to sound rude saying this, but it's like now when they try to pick up like fucking Nia, they're gonna fall flat. You know what I'm saying? It's little things like that that help the presentation a lot better. It's like, all right, like now everybody can't just pick her up and slam her. Not everybody can just easily knock her down with a drop kick. They're portraying her as a big man, as she should, and it feels a lot more authentic.
Yeah, that's the thing that I think stands out. I don't really think much has changed with her. I just think her presentation back then wasn't as what it is today. Like her presentation feels more dominant. It feels more believable. It feels like it actually means something, opposed to, 2018, 2019, you didn't really care for it because her presentation didn't have that aura behind it. Now it feels that way, where she feels like even though she's lost a couple matches here and there, but she's also had some big wins and some big moments still. She still is an important key in the women's division, whether she's on Raw or SmackDown now. So I think her presentation is what really holds up, which is why I kind of trust the Liv Morgan run, because I think Triple H understands presentation really means a lot. You know what I mean? And storytelling means a lot. So if this run is going to be really good, there's no better person to make it work than Triple H. You know what I mean? Opposed to Vince, because you can't, like, when Vince was still in charge, you can't have your underdog babyface champion that everybody is supposed to believe in be tapping out before she supposedly beats the most dangerous woman.
That's what heels do. That's what heels do.
Yeah. So I feel like now, like you said, this run's really gonna make or break her. Like, I always hated the statement when people will always say, when somebody wins a title, they always say, "What's next?" That always used to. I hate that so much, because literally all you do is just make them a credible champion. That's what you do. You win a championship, you build that person up, you win a title. What do you do afterwards to make people great champions? You push them to make them feel like a credible champion on the roster. That's all they have to do with Liv Morgan. Like you said, go up against Rhea, Becky Lynch, win those matches without any shenanigans, like make it mean something. Because if you want her on that same level with the Biancas and the Charlottes and the people who are going to continue to win more championships, in the future, Liv Morgan just has to feel that way. And if this run goes very well, she got a couple more world titles in her future. But if it doesn't go the way that it should be, this really could be like the detriment of, as far as where her line is. Like, she's right here. Like, she's not up there.
That's what I was gonna comment on, because I think people also need to, like, I know we said this about Liv Morgan, we're beating a dead horse, but we got to understand Liv Morgan's ceiling. Like, this is where I'm comparing her to Edge, where I feel like her run should be how Edge's character was portrayed, ultimate opportunist. We already have too many badass women. We already have too many women, like, already kicking people's asses clean. We need somebody like that. Like, we need a chicken shit person. And Liv, as much as people want her to be on the same level as a Rhea, as a Bianca, two badass women who are whooping everybody's ass clean, Liv is not that. She's not that. And that's okay. Edge is not that. His first run, Mo. I'm going to be generous. Edge's first run, he was not like that. But that was okay, because look where it got him. It could do the same for Liv Morgan. She could be a chicken shit person, ultimate opportunist. She could... Female Edge, I'm sorry, Mo, but female Edge is what I would like her to be.
You cooking?
I mean, that wouldn't be a bad.
That's okay.
That wouldn't be a bad obstacle for her to look at, because if she's going to be the type of champion that's just portraying herself as, I don't care what the fans think, I don't care about being a credible champion, I'll do whatever it takes to win. You know what I mean? So if she does that, everything could work for her as far as where she, when she wins matches the way she does. So it's just kind of the same with if you kind of look how Roman was during the end of his run, that's how he kind of was. Like, people were always mad that he was cheating, but it's like he's not a champion that is going out there like a Gunther or Cody Rhodes, just like, I'll take on all challengers and I'll fight whoever. Roman Reigns' character was, I'm the tribal chief and I'll do whatever it takes to win. I don't care whatever it takes. The ultimate goal at the end of the day is for me to walk out as champion. If I walk out as champion, then the mission is accomplished.
That's why he manipulated his family for all those years.
Yeah, so
Roman went through some crazy ass phases though. Like in the beginning and middle of it, he was portrayed as a dominant force, and then when Roman's starting to realize like people are starting to like catch up to him and actually like, that's where he's like, fuck this, I'm any means necessary, I'm staying on top. I need Solo, I need everybody.
It was good the way they did that because when he first
Shout out
introduced
Rumsfeld. Come
that
back.
character, I think they had to establish his new character because he had been the big dog for so many years. They had to establish his dominance. But over time, as the reign portrayed longer, there's only so much you can do as a heel as far as from a dominant aspect. Now you got to be the heel that is a coward and will do whatever it takes. The survival heel, whatever it takes to win.
And speaking on that, I feel like the turning point that we're all talking about, where his character kind of made that shift, was after he beat Edge and Daniel Bryan. I think that was like the peak of, I'm a dominant force, and because at that time it was still just Jay.
I think it started
was different.
I would say after he beat Cena. He beat Cena clean.
I think him being desperate.
That's fair.
I think him being desperate and winning matches started with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
as it should. It's Brock.
When Brock
Lesnar.
came back is when it kind of because Brock came back after that Cena match. So after that, it was kind of like
the crown jewel match.
I think from a character standpoint, he realized, okay.
But he also had some clean win, like Matt Riddle. Like that was fine for. That
was the last clean win.
He ain't got to cheat to beat Matt Riddle. Come on now.
He ain't got to cheat to beat Matt Riddle.
But also, too, because I know we have other stuff to talk about in the show, but I did want to bring this up specifically because just watching this show, I don't really watch the kickoff, but I did go back and rewatch just little highlights of the match. Either. And then if you look at the way the shows have been presented, I don't know if I said this to y'all in this chat or if I was just talking regular. The Queen of the Ring tournament specifically could not have come at a better time. If y'all watch the past Raws and the past SmackDown and just watching the matches, this is the first time in who knows how long, probably since watching NXT in its peak, where the crowd cares from start to finish about women's matches, and then the company themselves does not insult your intelligence by having them put on great matches, other than the ones that happened at the live event, because let's be real, there's not enough TV time to have enough people on there. Yeah. Other than those matches, every women's match that happened, I remember sitting back and was like, oh wow, like they're not just giving them time, they're actually showcasing their talent. Io Sky, I wish they would have done this for her while she was champion. This was the Io Sky that I saw in NXT.
Yeah.
The fact that she didn't do this at champion, that's what I'm saying. Triple H, I'm glad you're finally getting it together. I think this women's division, thanks to this tournament, has reestablished itself. I think this is the women's division we thought Triple H was going to save when Bayley, Io, and Dakota debuted at SummerSlam. Well, this is the women's division I thought we were going to see.
It's a good thing with Io because we know this isn't going to be Io's last run. So Io's first run was a learn what works for her as champion, learn what doesn't. Then we go back to that.
Yeah, and honestly, she doesn't need that group. But
she's so much better on her own, man.
Yeah, bro, much better.
Honestly, bro, I
get it. Triple H is a faction guy. I get it.
I like the group. I just think they need to get rid of Dakota Kai though, bro. They need to make them like a Japanese.
Or change the theme song, please.
Or just
We're just gonna go from shit to shit. It's
realistically.
Just imagine how much deeper and how much better the women's division on SmackDown would be if they just end the group. Asuka, Kyrie, Dakota, Io, and like all of them as single stars, you're adding depth that you need.
I hear you, but they can't end the group because they're not going to get rid of those.
End the fucking tag titles, bro.
Literally, the whole purpose. No, the whole purpose of why they put the tag titles on Jade and Bianca is to revive them. That's the only reason.
My problem with the women's tag titles a lot of times is used to create a new rivalry, a new singles rivalry. It's never used to actually focus on women's tag teams.
But that's going to change because they just put it on arguably their biggest star. And the next biggest star.
We've been saying that since.
No, we haven't. No, we haven't. Because after they won them and Vince had the Iconics win at Mania, we knew that was the death of that. And Triple H, you brought him back. You tried. You had Raquel and Aaliyah win.
Yeah, that was bad. That was
instead of just giving it to Io and
I think it was Alexa and
they got to run to
Nikki. I think
it was Alexa and Asuka. They won
Asuka,
and then just to put it back on them.
They should have just won the whole tournament in the first place.
Exactly, Nate. That's why I'm saying this is the first time I feel Triple H has made an active try to revive that tag title. Because let's be real, Bianca has never been booked poorly on the main roster. Unless you want to say 18 seconds, but that turned out to be a great thing.
I don't know why people are still mad about that.
Yeah, but like Bianca's never been booked, and they're not gonna book Jade any bad. Like that's their next Bianca. If that's their next 4. If you want to have a new 4 horsewoman, Jade is definitely gonna be one of them. The way they're pushing her.
I think
this is like they're actually. So when a team actually beats Jade and Bianca, probably at next year's Mania, when a team actually beats them, it's gonna feel like a big deal. So far, Triple H is.
I don't know if they're going that long.
Yeah, they're going full Mania.
Honestly, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they?
Yeah,
I feel like Jade and Bianca is your Mania match.
Yeah, I was about to say they fight each other.
To legitimize the tag titles, I can see them going that route.
And they could if they wanted to. I feel like,
but at the same time, they're going to need new tag teams.
No,
yeah, because I feel like they only have.
Honestly, I truly feel like though, like it's kind of weird. Honestly, I wouldn't do, as crazy as it sounds, I wouldn't do Bianca and Jade at 41. Honestly, because I see Bianca and Jade as a night 1 main event. If you ask me, that's the night 1 main event for 42.
And you, I was about to say, and at 41. And Nate, I know you might roll your eyes, but this is just, I'm not saying I want this to happen. I'm saying this is what I think in WWE's mind. The Rock and Roman are going to main event.
Yeah, that's obvious.
And
are they though?
And honestly, no.
Get it over
here's
with.
why. Because there's 3 male main events that I know they're pondering. Rock and Roman, whatever Cody's feud is, and CM Punk against whoever, or Seth Rollins, CM Punk for the world title, whoever Gunther's match is for the world title. Like that world title is gonna
just
be
CM Punk in general. Like you have to put it
exactly. So
depending.
This is why I am agreeing with Lewis. I think you save Jade and Bianca for like 42 and that's a 2-year story. You could tell with them. Give them a heel run. We haven't seen Bianca heel on the main roster.
I think it depends though, because you're still gonna get Cody and Rock, but we don't know when that match is happening. So that match is
that shit
happening.
that shit could happen in Saudi Arabia for
that's good. Hey, that might be the Royal Rumble match. Literally a play on CM Punk.
My Vietnam.
That might be because look.
It might be, but I've heard them strong rumors that they want that match for WrestleMania next year. So.
No, not Cody Rock.
That's what they said.
Because I think it's Roman Rock because I think they're doing the Bloodline Civil War 2.0 in War Games.
His writer,
I do too, but the only reason I'm saying. I think they could be stretching out Rock and Roman further than we know, bro. Like I think it's
how much longer?
Right, that's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm just saying because Cody and Rock is going to happen because they already teased that. And when Rock came back, when Rock left, he already said that their story is just beginning. Now we don't know.
He's gonna be gone till December, so that's how you do the Royal Rumble feud, and that's how you set up Roman versus Rock for Mania. Like I don't think it's gonna happen. I hear it.
No, that match is gonna happen. I wouldn't be surprised though if they do Cody and Rock next year WrestleMania, and I wouldn't be surprised if Roman and Rock is not until 42, bro. Like I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
I would hear you if this was Vince, but Triple H has already shown us, hey, we might have a plan, but I'm gonna go with the story and the fans over what my
that could still be a part of it too, because The Rock has also said too in many interviews this is a long-term thing. He said that
it is a long-term thing. It ain't that long.
We don't know though.
To God, it ain't that long,
bro. I'm not gonna lie. Rock Roman just
because realistically, a lot of people up here said that Cody needs to have the 365-day run, or they expect him to have that run, right? So if he beats everybody, he feuds a lot of people on SmackDown.
He better do.
He's gonna have.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Hold on. He's gonna have a lot of feuds on SmackDown, right? He's gonna beat Randy Orton and all these people. We know that match. Rock and Cody's gonna happen for Rock and Roman. I guarantee you that. So
that's
gonna happen.
They don't happen at the Royal Rumble.
Will it though? I think it happened at WrestleMania. I think it's gonna happen at WrestleMania.
No, because Cody. I'm not saying he can't win at Mania. I'm not saying he can't win at Mania. Right? I'm not saying he can't.
Do you not find him believable to beat Evia?
I do. I mean, I think if they fight, I think that's an obvious outcome that Cody's winning. he overcame
Yeah,
Roman
should
and the bloodline.
Is it though?
Already.
Is it though?
See, I-
Lost.
Yes,
That's
yes,
crazy. I
Malik.
think
Yes,
Rock-
Malik. Yes, Malik.
Is it though?
No,
Yes.
no,
Mike,
bro.
you might
no,
be fans
no.
are out of control. Relax.
No, Brock's not beating, bro. But okay. So
No. We said Rock wasn't
yeah,
going to be CM Punk
okay.
either, bro.
Okay.
CM Punk.
Rock
But
beats
it's been a
Cody.
decade.
No,
then we
that
get
one-
Cody.
no, that one
No.
was Raw.
So basically, what you're saying is,
No, I'm
Rock
saying that
beats
we
Cody.
should we knew that
Rock gets Cody. Rock beats Cody, and then we get Roman versus Rock for the Universal Championship. That's basically if
I
Rock
wouldn't be,
beats
bro.
Cody,
I
that's
wouldn't be.
what-
I
that's
wouldn't be
what's gonna
surprised if they put it because that was the original plan
Nigga,
to
that's
begin
what
with.
you
That was
want.
gonna
Fuck
happen.
that.
That would be
That's
That's
what-
ass.
such a
No,
That's
that
ass.
was the literal original plan. That was literally
That's
going to
ass.
happen.
You're right. Hey, no,
Yeah,
you're right.
but then
The
Cody
original
won.
plan was Rock.
Then Cody won.
The original plan was Rock Roman. That's been reported now and pretty much confirmed. And once I don't know when
For
the
sure.
documentary is supposed to release, but also too, you know what that would have meant? That would have meant Roman would still be champion.
Exactly, yeah.
There is never an outcome in this where Rock is champion. Never.
That's because
never an outcome. Where
That's
he's
when he was
champion.
facing Roman though. Cody's not Roman. Two different people. Two. I
He's
never.
the Cody Rhodes right now, whether people like it or not, is the face of the company. So if we didn't think he was beating Roman, he's not beating the guy who beat him. He's not beating the next face.
He's not
He's
beating
not.
Cody for that title, bro.
Are y'all positive? though? I'm not
Yes.
positive that he is, bro.
Yes.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
When CM
You
Punk
know
lost to
why?
Rock-
You know why? Because Rock said he was going if he was going to win the title and then vacate it. So you're basically telling me Rock's going to win it then vacate the fucking title. Because that's what he was going to do. Because he
when
had to go
Punk
back to Hollywood.
When Punk lost, he wasn't the face of the company. They didn't value him like they valued
it was
John
still
Cena,
Cena.
or
It was still Cena.
anyone else. If it was Cena, he wouldn't have done that.
And then also too, Malik.
He beat
Look,
Cena though.
because look, there's reports.
Not for a title.
Not for a title, yeah.
But
Yeah.
he still won though. The Rock's gonna have to get his, bro.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
That's-
He already
He
did.
can get his versus like
every
Sami Zayn.
time
He can
y'all
beat Jey
talk,
Uso.
hold on,
And
y'all
then
talk,
Jey Uso.
hold on. Y'all talking
Nate.
from a fan perspective. I'm talking from a logical booking
No,
WWE.
logical
The Rock-
booking.
Wait, but
No,
he
no,
already
no,
did.
logical
Wait, hold on.
booking.
Wait. He already did get his though. He pinned
Exactly.
Cody. He just pinned
Exactly.
Cody.
Yeah, and Cody has to get
But
his
this is
win
a
back.
long-term story though. This isn't gonna be
Cody
like
has
a
to get
He
his
one-off
win
just
back.
type
pinned
thing.
Cody.
Cody has
He
to get his
just
win
pinned
back.
Cody.
That's
Cody has to
exactly
get his
the
win back
point.
over the Rock.
No,
He has to
I
do it.
agree. I agree with y'all saying, but I think y'all
But
putting it
no.
past, bro, that the Rock
No,
still
no.
can get that title,
still
bro.
hold
I'm
it.
not saying it should happen, but
Just-
I don't
surprise,
think,
take
bro,
it to-
bro. If Triple H played politics, so Rock wouldn't get the title. Why would he just throw the title on Rock?
because Rock still has that power that Triple H does. He still got that power too.
That's-
Triple H only got a
Triple
little
H
bit of
does
the
have-
power.
but he still has the power.
Rock was the one to make the call.
He still has
to
the
pivot
power,
and
but
turn
The
heel.
Rock is on the TKO board. So if he's saying
Yeah.
if they had a majority
he
of the
can do
voting
anything he
board and
wants.
they were saying what direction we need to go in, The Rock has more of that power. So
Okay.
if they were voting
Like
more
Mo
in that direction,
said,
that's
Rock
Man,
made
that-
the decision to go
Hey,
heel.
hey,
So
but
with
let's-
all the
let's-
knowledge, with all the knowledge that they have, with what happened last time, why the fuck would Triple
Thank
H
you, Nate.
allow that to happen?
Thank you, Nate.
The
Thank you.
this and Rock didn't. The match didn't even happen. The match didn't even happen, and they turned because of the backlash. Why? So why would
would that
Triple
happen
H
again?
turn around and say, "Here you go, Rocky, you can have the title"? Like that's literally going. Like that's going to do so much harm.
That's
like
literally
everything that
undoing-
you build up, you have the potential.
I
to,
know,
like,
I'm not saying
tear it all down.
y'all wrong, bro. I'm not saying y'all wrong.
But Malik, you said you have to think of this from a logical booking perspective.
From a business perspective, yes, The
No,
Rock is
no,
good for
business
business.
and logical
He's a good
booking is
yes,
different
the
things.
Rock when he shows
Business
up.
and
not-
logical booking. No, actually, you know what? No, I scratch that. Business and logical booking actually go hand in hand because from a business and logical sense, Cody Rhodes needed to win at 40. There was no business or logical sense.
100%.
There was no business or logical sense for Rock and Roman to happen when you could have had it in Hollywood, but y'all chose not to. So logically, you built up Cody for a year now, and he didn't get booed. In a world where baby faces, especially baby faces like Cody Rhodes, don't last long, he didn't get booed. He was over than he'd ever been. So logically wise, business wise, you pull that trigger. There is no business, logical, booking sense to Rock winning the title, not having a match, not facing Cody for
100%.
the title,
100%.
winning the title.
Listen, I'm not saying The Rock should win. He shouldn't win. I'm not putting it past that he will win.
get
Though.
the match
Y'all sound
with Cody
100%
Rhodes at Royal
confident.
Rumble.
I'm not 100% confident that he's losing.
I
Does
don't
that
think
not
he
help
can
us?
win the title.
I just
He
feel
can-
a little more
he can
confident
pin
with who's in
Cody.
charge.
He can pin
Not
Cody.
saying I'm not like I said. I'm not saying
But
that
not
he
for a
should win.
title.
I would not want The Rock to win, but I wouldn't. If I
I'm
had
not
to
putting
bet
it
money,
past him,
I wouldn't
But
be
he
surprised
already-
if I bet money on The
Thing
Rock.
is, we-
Does
But
that
Nate,
not
to your
help
point-
Roman's babyface run if Rock
No.
win?
No.
Wouldn't help it.
Well, that's the next point I
mean,
was gonna bring up.
So my
That's the
question
next
is,
point I was
hold on,
gonna
hold on,
bring
wait,
up.
Because if Roman beats the Ultimate Heel,
all right. So wait, my question.
He doesn't
is,
need
though,
that, bro.
I
He
just
doesn't
say,
need
hold
that.
on. I'm
No,
gonna
because
say-
he's gonna be a cheer when he
No,
comes
no,
back.
no.
no
So
matter
wait,
what,
but my question is like regarding to that point, how much more can you invest into Roman? You already got
You
him
don't
to the
need that.
pinnacle.
Fair. That's
And
fair.
Yeah, Cody's stock is still being risen. You
Not
have
not
keep building
not to
on
mention
that.
not to mention too though. You brought up a good point, like of Roman, because The Rock is going to be the final boss from here on out. I believe. I think
Fuck
he should.
Chad Nick,
I
I'm
think.
sorry.
I think he should stay that way as well too, because if he comes back realistically, I don't even think he'll be a bigger babyface than Roman at this point. So it only makes sense for him to be the final boss.
Be a
But
heel.
realistically, like I said, I don't think The Rock should beat Cody Rhodes at all. But realistically too, if they had Rock beat Cody just for Roman to win,
said he
I don't
did.
even know. I don't even know. I definitely don't want it. I don't even know if Roman Reigns should even ever be a world champion again, because how could he possibly even top the run that he just had?
Oh.
To begin with.
So therefore,
Fair point.
you're
That's
proving my
fair.
point. And then, hey, guess what, guys? Guess what? I think there's gonna be a Bloodline Civil War 2.0 on Survivor Series, but let's just say they hold off even longer than that, right? And the first time we see The Rock back, he challenging Cody for that title. Well, guess what? You want to know? You want to make Roman Reigns a babyface again? How does he return? We found out The Rock was behind Solo and Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, this, that, the third. And Solo was saying he talked to the tribal chief, but maybe he was really talking to The Rock and it was all a master plan. Boom, Roman Reigns' music hit, return. Everybody gonna scream from him. They've been screaming, we want Roman since he lost. Boom,
Somebody-
there's
hold
your
on,
babyface match. You cost Rock the title. Boom.
Somebody in
That's your
somebody in the chat said The Rock beating Cody for the title would make fans root for him even more. Y'all agree with that?
Who? Root
Cody
for
Rhodes.
who more?
No,
Rhodes.
we're
No.
We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that.
That's too much.
Oh, I'm assuming he's talking. He didn't say who either, but I'm assuming he means Cody Rhodes.
Bro,
Yeah.
has to be.
God,
Malik.
no.
We don't
To the
need
person in the chat, DNN. We already showed our support for Cody by having a whole fan outrage and making them change their plans. They pulled a Yesomania for Cody Rhodes. We
They pulled
pulled
the
a
biggest trigger.
Yesomania for
Yeah.
Cody. That has only happened in my eyes since I've been watching intensely. Twice in my life where fan outrage made them change their plans. Daniel Bryan,
Yeah.
who, let's be real, we all thought was the biggest babyface on the same level as Cena in his peak at one point, and Cody freaking Rhodes. We don't
And
need to
Kofi.
do it again.
I was about to say,
Oh, and Kofi. I'm
Oh,
sorry, and
Kofi.
Kofi. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
and Kofi.
Of course
I
you
feel like
forgot.
WWE
Of course
is
you
more willing.
forgot.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh
Forget
my!
the
I feel like
black guy.
WWE is more
Forget
willing to
the
pivot
black
to
guy.
Crazy,
I feel like
crazy.
they
Lee
were-
Hogan strikes
I
again,
hate
brother.
y'all. I hate y'all so much.
Look, I'm just looking at it. I'm looking at it from. I guess I'm thinking of it more of. I'm just looking at all the details they've been saying, because I'm with you. I mean, I would have Rock and Roman next year, but
Did better
they've
than
been saying
WrestleMania? No, he didn't.
they've been saying this is a
Bro,
long
it's
term
Ultra. You
thing.
always say stupid
They've
shit.
been saying this is a long term thing. You have Cody and Rock going to happen at some point. Some of us had wanted it to be at SummerSlam, but I don't see it happening at SummerSlam either. So we don't really know when that's going to happen. So I don't know how far they're going to stretch out the Rock and Roman stuff, and I don't know if I can see Rock losing both to Cody and Roman. That's where I'm looking at. Like
He
gonna lose
losing
to
to both.
guys.
He gonna have to. What the
But
fuck?
he's already
He gonna have to.
he's already beaten Cody. That's
Yeah.
the whole reason
He
they
really
had
got a
that
pin,
segment, because
yeah.
he beat him.
No,
He
100%.
bro,
I agree,
Malik,
Joe.
bro, he
Cody
could
is
just
the one who
he
took
could
But
just
this
beat
is
Jay.
different. This the
He could
one-on-one match.
just he could just beat Jay in between. What are we talking about? Just have him
Bro,
face him
he
in the
beat
Elimination
him in
Chamber.
bro. The
Oh,
Rock
God.
Go Jay at him,
Cody
bro.
Rhodes
Oh, you
could
gonna
be
make
out
it a
there.
bigger main event
of WrestleMania 40
40.
Night 1, bro. That is the whole reason they had that long-winded extra segment on Raw after Mania, because he pinned him. If Cody Rhodes would have not got pinned by The Rock would have zero purpose of being.
Basically,
The Rock pulled what he did against Cena
Yeah,
last
he'd
time.
show
Y'all
up
remember
no
what he
matter
did?
what.
He
He'd show
beat
up no matter
Cena.
what.
He
Yeah.
came out and said, "Hey, I'm not gonna be here to the Royal Rumble, but when I come back, I'm coming for that championship."
Basically,
literally what he's
he
doing
told
now.
everybody, once I come back, I'm the #1 contender because I was the last guy that pinned you. That's what
Yeah,
he said.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm the
But do
#1
we also
contender.
at this stage though too? Do we also see Rock wrestling if it's not WrestleMania either too? That's the thing. Like you said, Royal Rumble, that wouldn't be a bad option. That would be fine.
Money. That's all
But-
it is money.
Yeah, because it would like
here's
would
the
would
thing.
Royal Rumble be
Saudi.
would
If
that
he's
really
gonna
be
be out
the
till
option?
December, if
It's
he's gonna be out
Mania or
till December,
SummerSlam for me.
Yeah, if he's gonna be out till December, he needed a 12-week training.
I think
program
Survivor
to get ready
Series
for
would be
this
cool
one.
too, because he debuted there. So.
Well,
And he wasn't even that bad in this one, Mo. Everybody
No,
was
not at all. Not at
Well,
all.
to me,
Not at all.
Well, to
He'll
me,
be
it's
all right
not.
for the Royal Rumble.
To me, it's not happening at SummerSlam because
Yeah, I don't think
we know
That's the Randy match.
Randy's the plan. Randy's the
It
plan.
should, though.
I always felt like Randy was the backup plan, and now that they know this bald bitch ain't showing up, they're going full on with Randy. And then maybe we got to see what happens. Royal Rumble too far away, so we got to see the landscape. We got to get to Survivor Series first.
Because again, I was about to say Survivor Series is.
We got to get to
like-
Survivor Series first.
Survivor Series is
Yeah.
what tells us what the direction we're going because that's the last pay per view before Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so
No, I'm like I said, Royal Rumble wouldn't be too bad because that would be a big match for the Rumble. You know what I'm saying? To get everything.
That's your main
there.
event, right?
Plus, they do Rumble in the stadiums now too, so it would be
Yes,
big enough for.
that'd be-
It's
for a
all
stadium.
about if he's willing to do it at the.
That's the thing, though. Is that I don't know, like I get what people are talking about the
I don't
Triple
see
H's
that
booking,
bald
but
bitch doing
The
shit.
Rock is one of those very maybe few people in the company. Not even very. He's one of those few people in the company that got that creative control for himself. He's not gonna do whatever he don't want to do. So it don't matter
Right.
what they tell him to do. He's not gonna do whatever he don't want to do too.
Right, but both him and Triple H have already shown you.
But they're smart,
So the
right? They've
biggest
shown the
story-
smart route. They shown
I
the
was
smart
about to
route.
say they've already shown you that if fans come out here and don't want something, they have no problem changing plans.
No, you're right.
It's not like this is a Chad Gable not winning the IC title. It's not like this is something like that.
Yeah.
Like fans were upset, but we wasn't really tripping too much.
Nah,
Like we were just kind of like, okay,
Right, 100%. They've shown the smart route because realistically, if they wanted to, they could have been a bunch of dickheads and be like, "Oh, we don't care what the fans say. We're still gonna
Yeah,
win this match,"
which is
you know?
what
They
Vince
really
used to do
could've.
when they're doing their best not to go back to that route.
So they
You
could
start
definitely
doing
do
stuff like that, you're going back to Vince McMahon.
Oh yeah, we don't need that. We don't.
Exactly. Rock winning the title would literally
That
be
would
the
be a
first step
Vince
to that.
move.
That
That would be
Listen,
the first step.
the Rock winning the title would be up there with him if he had to beat Roman. It'd be terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't need to see the Rock as champion. We don't need to see him beat either guy. But for this being a long term thing, and realistically, we don't know how long it's going to be. But I'm looking at it from like, I guess I'm so used to old WWE too. It's like I want to trust the process too, but like some of these big stars who come in, you think they're gonna lose these matches they should lose, but they always gotta, quote unquote, get their get backs too. Even though he already beat Cody, but they also have to make themselves look good too, and to an extent because there was always matches.
like Nate said.
There was always matches when like realistically, like we talk about Rock, like 10 years ago when he came back, like. You look at that run, it started off really good. Came back, had the match at Survivor Series. They beat Miz and Truth. Okay, whatever. They can beat those guys, whatever. But, like, the lead up to WrestleMania was good. Then he beat Cena, which he shouldn't have. And then, of course, he had to win the championship. And but they did it all backwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, why we do everything all backwards? Like, I just don't want them to do everything all backwards. So, if they have Cody, Rock, Royal Rumble, great. It's great setup for that. You could have Cody win there, goes on to WrestleMania and face whoever, which I don't even know where that direction would go in. Maybe he faces the Rumble winner. I don't know. Rock obviously goes on to face Roman, and then he can retire and do his own thing. But just from what I'm thinking about, I'm just looking at like I get these big stars come in, and I understand what should happen. He should not be Cody Rhodes. He definitely should not be the Roman Reigns either. But we've seen a lot of these stars come in over the last forever in WWE. Honestly, they come back. They get a little taste of that little.
When does it happen under Triple H?
He ain't been in charge that long though, so we don't know. We don't know how long.
Yes, but the biggest time it could have happened, they all pivoted.
They all pivoted for this one, yes, too. But the story's still going though. It's not over with. It's still ongoing. So we got to see.
I feel like you're trying to find a way where this makes sense.
No, I said we gotta wait and see what happens. I'm just not 100% sold like y'all. I think y'all are 100% like, yep, we trusted it. I don't know if I trust it. That's what I'm saying. I think y'all are confident, like, yeah, I don't see that happening. I'm 100% that this is gonna go in that direction. I'm more of, I don't really know if I see it going in that direction quite yet. I gotta see it first to really know. So,
And I feel like this isn't gotta see it to believe it. I think ever since they changed the intro to WWE, yeah, I'm good.
But I trust.
I don't need to worry.
Obviously, we trust Triple H more than Vince, though. So I would 100% trust that Triple H.
I
would
put,
do the right thing.
like bluntly stated, I know Black and Gold NXT is a little different. I understand that. But let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all ever remember a time where Triple H had somebody win a main title, maybe not mid-card, but a main title, and you were like, yeah, I don't know why you won that title. You have not been presented like that. This made zero sense. It just killed everything you were trying to. Is there ever
The main
been a-
roster?
No, I'm talking about Black and Gold. Like when he was truly had his baby. I know it's different, but
Yeah.
do we ever remember a time?
I don't know. I mean, Leon Ruff was North American champion. I was like,
No, I said
know.
that's
You
why I said
main
that's
title.
what-
Main title.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
said
Oh, main titles.
Yes.
Who?
When Samoa Joe beat Shinsuke Nakamura, regained
Oh,
the
the
NXT
second
title.
time. Oh,
That to me didn't completely kill Shinsuke's momentum, but it ruined what they were trying to
Halted it.
build with Shinsuke. And then once they were done with Samoa Joe and Shinsuke's rivalry, they immediately pivoted to Bobby Roode because Shinsuke lost his aura because of that feud.
Yeah.
They made them hot potato, and they both
yeah. It
lost
should
their
have went from
aura.
Shinsuke straight to.
It should have.
I don't know either.
It should have went from. It should have just. They shouldn't have hot potato. It should have went from Shinsuke beating Joe in the rematch at Toronto. Joe gets called up, and it should have had Shinsuke completely having a dominant run because to that point he was still undefeated in any type of action that he was in. Yeah. And then a shocking win should have been Bobby Roode going over. But the fact that Shinsuke held the belt for like a month and then immediately dropped it to Joe, it's like now you guys are playing hot potato, and it kind of ruined Shinsuke's aura just a little bit.
What about?
And it wasn't the same.
I mean, you said people who were believable. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I was pretty shocked when Andrade won that title. I ain't gonna lie to you. I definitely, and I know Drew got hurt in that match, but like that threw me off. I was like, whoa, because Andrade before I still remember him when he came out with the suspenders and stuff. And yeah. I was like Andrade, and now it worked out. You know what I'm saying he was a great champion, had great matches, but like at the time when he beat Drew, I was like, oh, that's a little out of the ordinary.
But I'd say Samoa Joe beating Shinsuke again was probably the time where I'm like, you kind of ruined what you were trying to build with Shinsuke, because the way he was building Shinsuke as like nobody is gonna like outstrike me. Like he was really the king of strong style when he came into NXT. Yeah. So he was portrayed as nobody's gonna outstrike me, nobody's gonna outdo me. You're gonna have to find another way to beat me, and then your boy gets outstruck, gets kicked in the dick, and then he kind of gets dominated in Toronto. That's where I think you kind of ruin what you built.
I think the new era definitely has more trusting when it comes to booking. I think we all trust Triple H. One of the main reasons for that too is, you know, we'll talk about the King of the Ring match. He addressed that issue with that ending. You know what I'm saying? Like I really feel like if that was Vince, they probably would have just ignored it, like it didn't happen type thing.
Karrion Kross beating Keith Lee was the right move. Y'all bugging.
But the fact that the fact they already addressed the pinfall finish with the shoulder being up and everything, it already makes sense from a story because he already said they was gonna run it back whenever Randy is healthy enough. Maybe they run it back at Clash at the Castle. I don't know yet, but overall, the tournament overall though, I think that's one of the best tournaments they ever did as far as match quality from the King and the Queen side. Very good matches. I don't know who people had in here winning. Gunther was still my pick to win. I still had Gunther winning.
I never wavered from Gunther.
I feel like
I had Randy winning to build up the Cody match.
That's what I had too.
I feel like they're gonna go in a different route with Randy to build up the Cody match in that direction. But now that we have Gunther winning the King of the Ring,
so can I just clarify the drama real quick? Not the drama, but the controversy. So people are so confused about what Triple H said in that video, and I don't understand. It was very clear. So just so people are aware, Triple H made it very clear. Referee's decision is final. Gunther is still King of the Ring. Because I've seen so many, like, what is it? The Sportskeeda, whatever, making a whole post saying, oh, Triple H said that Gunther and Randy are going to have a rematch and the winner's going to be King of the Ring. No, that's not what Triple H said. In the video, Triple H said referee's decision is final. Gunther is officially King of the Ring. That's done. However, the two are going to end up having a rematch when Randy's all better because he got fucked up during that match. He got his ass beat. So once Randy is all better and healed up, they will have a rematch, pretty much a bragging rights match on who's the better wrestler. He said Randy deserves another shot to prove that he can beat Gunther, and he says Gunther deserves another shot at Randy to remove the asterisk of the controversy of the King of the Ring finals. But no matter what happens, Gunther is still King of the Ring.
And that's that championship match at SummerSlam versus Drew McIntyre when he went to Clash of the Castle. Now,
is that gonna happen though? Is that the
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know if the title opportunity. He didn't specify the title opportunity, but he did specify.
I think
the winners of the
I personally still think the title opportunity should still play into factor. In my opinion.
Oh, you're talking about is he gonna put the title opportunity up against Randy?
I feel like in this scenario you can still give Gunther the King of the Ring thing, but I feel like in that scenario, Randy also still deserves another chance to get a shot at Cody because he still didn't lose.
So you're saying when they have their rematch, you think
it should still have that stipulation. Whoever wins
okay.
gets
Well, I don't think Triple H is going to do that. But,
I don't think he's gonna, but that's what I think he should. Just to make it fair.
And then Malik, to answer your question,
I mean, that wouldn't make sense for me.
Honestly, I don't think there was ever a purpose of having Clash of the Castle specifically in Glasgow, Scotland.
Yeah.
Not just Scotland, Glasgow, Scotland, where Drew McIntyre is infamously from, where they announce all the time where he's from if Drew McIntyre was losing. I don't think they would have done that.
I don't know, man.
I don't think they would have done that. That's why they didn't give him. That's why they had to cash in at Mania.
No,
they
had to get that money to bank out the way.
Hey, you're gonna get your moment in front of your home. Mania is the sacrifice.
They had to get that. They had to get that money to bank out the way. So
I think CM Punk happens at SummerSlam. I think CM Punk costs him at SummerSlam.
Is he cleared though? Because the thing is, like, how do you really rely on a guy who's like constantly injured like this?
He ain't got to be cleared to cost somebody a match.
Yeah, I think he cost him the match.
I think
to cost him the match. Oh,
I think he cost him the match because this is what I said in the beginning of the stream. I firmly believe CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. That's Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Gunther is filling in the role of Aleister Black. That's where I feel like is going to happen. They need somebody that's comfortable with fluctuating in the mid card, that's capable of holding the world title as well, which is Gunther.
Right.
So, would you say CM Punk values his WrestleMania moment as much as Drew values winning in Glasgow? Because if so, CM Punk takes that from Drew because Drew took that from CM Punk. I see it happen at Clash, but that's just me personally.
That's not out of the ordinary. I think for me, and this is just a bold prediction. I don't even know. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I think we're getting Drew and Gunther at SummerSlam. And then I don't know what's going to happen, who's going to be cleared or not, and who's not going to be cleared. But they still got to do – I think they still got to do Seth and Punk too, because that was the original story before the whole injury stuff came back and everything, before everybody got hurt and, stuff like that. So from a booking perspective – I think it would make the most sense if Seth and Punk were back in time. They could have their match at SummerSlam. Winner goes on to face the world champion at Bash of Berlin. You could do Seth versus Gunther, since Seth was the former world champion. Then you could do Punk and Drew there if they wanted to, because they're all still kind of aligned in that story. I don't know if Seth comes back and he immediately jumps into the Roman stuff. I still feel like the Punk storyline was still the main thing they got to address, and I still think that's something people want to see. I know that's what I want to see. I still want to see that match in general, and I don't think that match will happen at WrestleMania anymore. I think that's more suited for a different PLE probably. But somebody in the chat said, we hot potato in the world title now. Well, a lot of people have been saying
champion needs to be a long ass reign.
A lot of people have been saying they don't want the long term. They want something different besides the long term champion. So I mean, that could be a way to do it.
Especially if the story makes sense.
And that's what I was gonna say, because we've talked for months now about how they're going to do this world title, who's going to win it, especially now that the first thing that happened, Damian Priest cashing it. That was the first kind of domino. We were like, what are they going to do? How are they going to treat his reign? So on and so forth. So let me ask y'all a question. Malik, you've spoke to this before. Nate, I think you have as well. When the world titles were kind of flip-flopped back in the day, like around whatever year that was, where there was like 11 world champions in the same year, right? So I don't want it to have to come at the detriment of Gunther. However, because Gunther, I think, is still established, like he has one loss in like I don't know how many years, or two losses, and one of them was count out. So, however, though, it can kind of you can get away with it with the world title, because there are more people that are closer to Gunther's level in the world title scene than there are in the mid card. That's just honest. So, and this is
being generous.
I know CM Punk is trying to get his main event. However, do y'all see the possibility of a multi-man match for this world title coming in?
Yeah, you see Gunther with everybody else,
Well, I originally thought
yes.
I originally thought
Gunther just changes the landscape.
But we knew Gunther was winning King of the Ring as soon as he lost the IC title.
That's before we had the stipulation, though. Now that this stipulation was added, that the winner gets their title match at SummerSlam,
yeah, as soon as
he
that
changes
was added,
the landscape on how you book that. With Gunther, I think it's not like Jey Uso. I'm sorry, it's not like Jey Uso. You can book him to lose. With Gunther, that's a booking decision you have to tread lightly on. And when I mean tread lightly, I'm talking about.
But that's why I said, and I hear you. I'm with you on that because Gunther has been presented like that.
That's a tread lightly booking decision if you make him lose.
I hear you because his whole WWE career, I think Gunther, you can probably count on your hand how many, on both hands, maybe one, how many losses he has in his career. So I understand that. Only reason why I'm gonna say maybe you can, because I get it. The Summers, because we still have Clash and we have Money in the Bank before SummerSlam.
Yes.
So I hear y'all about Gunther. But I just feel like because he's now going to be in the world title scene again, if Seth Rollins beats, I know he's hurt. I'm just using him as an example. If Seth Rollins and Gunther had a match and Seth Rollins won, would any of us really be shocked?
Hell
no. If Seth Rollins
in what circumstance?
If Seth,
because if we talk about a fully healthy Rollins, sure. If we talk about a Rollins that's beaten down, I'd be like, all right, motherfucker, ain't no way of beating.
Well, no. I'm just saying, like overall in general, like the guys that are in the world title main event consistent scene, not like a Damian Priest who's holding the title. The guys who are consistently in that scene, a Cody Rhodes, a Seth Rollins, a Drew McIntyre to a lesser extent. So I know CM Punk stays hurt, but a CM Punk, if those guys beat Gunther, it might be like the way they build the match. They have to overcome crazy odds, but I don't think any of us would be shocked at the decision.
So
that's why I'm saying I don't know if Gunther. So my point is I don't know if Gunther, if and when he does win this world title last SummerSlam, because it wouldn't be crazy if he did. I don't know if he's holding it that long. I know it's hard to think of Gunther not having a super long reign. Yeah. But it's kind of like to our point. Well, every champion don't need to be a world title, and now Gunther's technically going up against more dudes on his level. In a kayfabe sense, maybe not best wrestler in the world, but he's going up against more people on his level now. Like, because in that mid-card reign, he beat Sheamus, he beat Drew. Everybody else, for the most part, was pretty much mid-carders.
Beat Sammy, beat KO.
Like you know what I mean. So, like.
All right, so the thing with Gunther, and especially what this King of the Ring final showed us, you're not gonna be able to beat this motherfucker clean. That's gonna be the number one thing. You're not gonna be able to beat him clean. I know Sammy did, but that was more of a Gunther playing with his food. You caught him off guard type shit. But now that they're showing like with a Gunther on his A game, you're not gonna be able to beat him clean. And what proved that to me was this motherfucker took 2 RKOs. RKO is one of the most protected finishers right now. It usually takes one most of the time.
Yeah, it's just somebody. One. That's been the thing. It's just one.
It took 2, and it didn't beat him.
No, let you say
so with somebody like CM Punk or Drew,
that's Cena though.
With somebody like CM Punk or Drew, if they end up beating Gunther, it shouldn't be clean. It should be like they have. You have to like go deep in your bag to beat this man.
So what I'm hearing is y'all don't see a world where Gunther loses at SummerSlam. Is what y'all are saying.
I think if he loses at SummerSlam, it should be like somebody inadvertently caused him, like CM Punk getting involved or whatever, it hits Gunther on accident, and then some shit like that. But
only way I can see him
to me, Gunther's on that level.
I mean, Drew is a heel. He can use like. Hear me out.
If he kicks him in the dick, uses exposed turnbuckle, then Claymore's him, that's fine with me.
Because my thing was because Drew McIntyre. What if he takes I learned my lesson the first time. I won the title and I was so focused on other people and all that. I messed up. I did what I've been preaching to Seth Rollins not to do. And I did it. So now that I've got this title again, I'm going to almost like, remember when Tommaso Ciampa everywhere he was holding on to gold because he didn't want to lose it?
He won by any means necessary.
Drew McIntyre can't take that character development route. Still be a heel because Gunther's technically a heel too. So I don't know how they're going to do that dynamic. I know they can make it work, but that's going to be a little bit of a weird dynamic to do. So you can do a Drew McIntyre, maybe,
Johnny, I touched up on that.
Maybe, what's it called?
Like 2 minutes.
Some nefarious ways. And, I mean, you can protect Gunther. I mean, Gunther's never really had to kind of deal with that type of stuff, but also too, Gunther's been a heel for all of his run.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Drew and CM Punk cost each other. One at SummerSlam, one at Clash in the Castle. Keep that rivalry going.
With Gunther, I feel like it's different since he's not the Intercontinental Champion, because I feel like now they want to keep him here in the main event scene. I feel like a clean loss tells me it's like AJ. AJ lost clean, you're back of the line. You have Gunther lose on some shenanigan shit, you have an excuse to keep him there as much as you want to keep him there, because they can't beat him clean, so they can't say you have to go to the back of the line because he has a case. So it's not like AJ. So if Gunther loses at SummerSlam, it better be on some super shenanigan shit.
Well, here's my follow-up. Let's just say he does lose, clean or nefarious, which is a fair question on the other side of the argument. And I know, Malik, you hate this question, but what do you do with Gunther after that? Because I don't know. Like, generally speaking,
Lesnar. I would say Lesnar could be.
Brock Lesnar, yeah.
Hey,
Brock
you know
Lesnar.
What? Yeah. But
Brock
wouldn't you want to? Low key, do they want to do
but-
that at Mania? Because that was supposed to be
Probably.
the Mania plans last year.
Probably.
I mean, but realistically,
out the world.
Well, realistically,
title
Brock Lesnar is not my via, so if they tell him do a Survivor Series, he'll do it.
no, I'm about to say they could do that if Gunther were to lose at SummerSlam, they could do that in Germany, bro, if they wanted to. Like, that's a big match.
No. You're right.
That's such a quick build, though.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and
that
that's
needs
why
a
I was
little
gonna say.
more.
But I think I
I
don't
want
think.
a little more.
Does it
I
need
was
a
about to
long
say
build
that
though? I
can-
mean, it's just these two alpha males just colliding.
but-
But can you
Malik,
imagine
you
a
need
Raw
the- you
segment
need the
where they're just
flow.
beating the shit out of each other?
I was about
tearing
to
up the
say
arena,
you need
know
that
what I mean?
pull apart.
Like
Yeah,
that
I mean, you
big
could build
brawl,
up.
like
You
Cena
could build
and
up a little
Lesnar.
into that.
Yeah.
I feel like I look at the story as like when Brock comes back, if he were to go up against Gunther, he's coming back to go up against the big challenger. He's looking for the next big threat. That's him. So that's the reason he's back for it, to like, all right, I'm back now. I heard you're the guy everybody's talking about, right? You're the guy
You're
that
supposed to
everybody's.
be me. That's what they
so-
call it. You're supposed to be me. I bet.
They can have. I mean, if they wanted to, I'm not saying that has to happen in Germany, but I mean that crowd will go crazy over there
Insane.
for
Holy
something like
Also,
that.
like it's what I said too. It's also tough to book a guy like Gunther because in his IC title run, he done sunned everybody in that Raw roster.
And unfortunately, though, too, you
the
you
only
brought up,
person is Seth, and you're not gonna have Seth lose.
you brought up the fact too that Gunther not losing clean to people, but there's Brock Lesnar could literally be Gunther by himself. Like doesn't need anybody. So if they were gonna go in that direction, there's one guy that could be believable enough. It's this man. So
If they
That's
have
why
if they have a
low-key, the
trilogy, I
Brock
won't be
Lesnar
mad
thing-
at it. If they have a trilogy, I ain't gonna be
You
mad.
better than the one with Bobby.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
oh, bro, we wanted that so bad, and oh man,
Bro,
bad
that was a
booking.
dream match
I
for
still
years
feel
and
like
it
that
flopped.
match could
y'all
have
know-
been
and y'all know
so
Bobby
much
Lashley
better.
won the feud,
bro.
right?
It was just bad
Low
booking,
blow
bro. Like
finish,
what?
yeah.
Every match had a screwy finish, either somebody interfering or like a DQ or something. Like, bro, just have a clean winner, man. Like Jesus, man, why we gotta have these messed up finishes, bro? Ruin that trilogy, bro. Trilogy got
And two of the matches were under
Waste.
Triple H.
Such a waste.
yeah. So
You're
it's like,
right.
I don't
Yeah, we can't
understand.
blame Vince.
I don't know. I
Nah,
don't
Vince
understand the whole.
I get your point.
I don't understand the whole screwy finishes, but Brock is also one of those people that got to say what he does though too. So you know what I mean. So it's like he got that kind of. I'm not saying he used that power. I don't know for sure, but I'm saying I wouldn't be so surprised. He's like, yeah, I ain't going out like that though.
Imagine if they throw
Hey, but
Brock
isn't this
Lesnar
a-
as Gunther's first challenger if he becomes world champ. Oh man.
Hey, but isn't this a great problem to have? Where you have so many people that are credible to be world champion, it's just a matter of picking which one you want. When's the last time we were able to say that?
Don't
about
give me the
WWE?
pen. You know who I'm going
Fucking
with.
2008.
Everybody else can fight.
It's been a minute.
What did y'all? How y'all feel about the Cody and Logan match, man? Y'all like it?
It was
Too
okay.
overbooked
Hey,
for me.
It was okay.
A little too overbooked. A little too. Overbooked.
And
what-
did
what
what it
extent?
needed to do.
It
what
wasn't
extent?
bad.
It was a
wasn't
match.
bad.
It was
My
a match.
guy
at all.
putting on bangers, man. Cody Rhodes, bro.
I'll give it 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, that's not overbooked.
I
Really
give it.
good.
I give it a 3.5 out of 5. It did. I mean, it was cool.
Very
It was
good
a
match.
it was
Vertebraker
a
had me
solid
going
match,
insane.
Of course, the ending was. I was
That
like, what
gave
the
me
fuck?
Jon
But then I was
Stewart
like, you know
vibes.
what? I
That
know why
gave
they
me
did it.
Jon Stewart
Hey,
vibes,
hold
and I
on.
don't like it.
Whoever the fuck introduced that match, take Mike Rome's job. Take Mike Rome's job, bro. We don't
What's wrong with Mike Rome?
Yeah, Mike
Bro,
Rome, relax.
ass. I'm sorry. I don't like
Mike Rome is not ass.
Hey,
Relax.
Nah, bro. You
You're
think
crazy.
Michigan was ass, bro.
You're
Hey.
bugging.
And he want Kevin Patrick back. That's what he want, bro.
Mo, you know what I think? Mo, you know what I think?
He want Kevin Patrick back, bro. On the count. He want
I
him back on the.
The ending was
That
bad.
was
I liked
Mo.
it.
You gotta Mo. I feel
Wait,
like
wait,
that
wait.
ending to the match.
They had to do
It
it.
was for the crowd.
No,
Literally.
At the end of the
I
day,
get that,
at
but
the
we're in
end
the
of the
world
day-
title match.
No, I hear you, but at the end of the day, even though
It's
we're
Saudi,
taking
bro.
a new direction,
Saudi paid
one,
that
it's
money,
Saudi,
bro.
and two, it's still a sports entertainment company.
Absolutely.
So
Also,
what's
It's to
gonna happen?
make the Saudi crowd go
Also,
home
I
happy.
was perfectly okay
all
with him
that.
announcing the match. I thought that was great for them. But like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, are we gonna build Logan and Ibrahim now? Like,
Right, hold on, hold on.
Nah, they're building
What I-
they're building Logan and Corey Graves.
what I
And Corey
don't think-
Graves.
what I
Oh,
don't
that
think
was so
is
funny.
people-
Jesus,
what I
that was
don't think is
hilarious.
People discrediting how Cody went. I think people also forgetting too, like that, like what G Baby said, but also I think y'all also forgetting Logan Paul is still United States champion. He needs to look strong in his own right as well in defeat.
Facts.
He's
Shit.
still a champion.
Forgot
whether
about
you like it or
that.
not.
God, that makes
He's
a lot
still-
more sense
Like
now.
people were like, did he really need the ring announcer and the three crossroads?
He's
I'm
still
like, no,
US
he's
champ.
United States champions.
I
He's
literally
The three,
forgot about
the
that.
three crossroads for me is like I'm teaching you a lesson. Like I'm whooping
Yeah.
your ass type of.
Yeah.
Type
And
of-
he-
not
and he
because
would've
he
won if
needed
the
it,
ref
but I'm
didn't
whooping
get
your
hit.
ass.
I'm Cody Rhodes, bitch. That was something.
I got a question
Oh
for you.
man, show
I got
some
a question.
edge, man. Show some edge,
What's
Cody.
up,
I got a question. I seen some people point this out. You think Cody's slowly but surely building up to a heel run?
No.
I hope not.
Maybe
I
it's
think so.
listen.
I
think so.
I said at
There's
one
been
point.
looks in there too.
I said at one
Yeah,
point.
I think it's
like
How
crazy
crazy would it be? No, I mean not anytime soon. Probably not.
Yeah, like
but
two to
No.
3 years from now. That's
how,
what I'm
how
Oh,
crazy
oh,
would
yeah, yeah,
how
yeah.
crazy would it be? Like
If he turned into Homelander, if
a
y'all-
shock,
Yeah.
a shock
Yeah.
factor where you had him turn heel. Because I was throwing out just like a random story about him turning heel, but like leading up before he won the championship and everything. But like, I don't know, man. One day he gonna end up showing up with that black hair, bro. It's not gonna be blonde.
Yeah, nah, he's gonna go Homelander.
You think he gonna leave
he's-
Judgment
Good
Day?
God.
I think
It's gonna be
Cody
black hair
is
Cody.
going to do what he wanted to do in AEW. He's going to become like three crossroads. Like he got punched with the brass knucks and all that. Like Super Cody is building up, and I think he's building on that. And he's going to do what he wanted to do in AEW because he said he said like we tried it, but it was too nuanced. So I think he's going to do it. In WWE.
I think they should do with Cody what the fans had always wanted to do with John Cena, like build him up as this ultimate white meat baby face that is just so appealing to the kid audience, and then just breaks everybody's heart. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
What did I
just
say?
turns
The
on
Hogan heel
everybody.
turn. Yeah.
Turns
Because
on-
Cena was ready for that too. Cena
Yeah.
was ready for
They
that
had-
too.
like
music,
Hulk Hogan
a new
type vibes, you
attire,
know,
all of
like Hulk Hogan built up as this ultimate good guy, couldn't do no wrong, and now all of a sudden he's wearing black and white. You know what I'm saying? He's
And
just
Cody's
doing the
favorite
ultimate
wrestler
stuff.
growing up was Hulk Hogan. He said,
And
Cody
Cody-
he was in the building for that,
NWO
too.
Makes
And-
so much sense now.
And Cody
Yeah.
could do it a lot better than Hulk Hogan. He could do it a lot
Facts.
better.
Hey, but
Oh,
he
no,
putting
bro.
on
Hollywood Hulk Hogan is crazy, bro.
Yes,
I don't know about
yes.
that.
I don't know about that, man.
Boy,
I don't know
heel
about that.
Hogan.
Dash at the
was
Beach
a-
'96 is probably the greatest.
No, I mean
heel turn
Cody
in
Cody
wrestling
Rhodes as a
history.
heel was always very good when he was like
Heel
Dash
Hogan,
Cody
a
Rhodes
bad
stuff, but like
motherfucker.
Hollywood Hulk Hogan
Yeah.
was crazy, bro.
It's-
Like,
I-
Hulk Hogan was
I think
good, but I think Cody can go deeper. Is what I'm saying.
Homelander
He
Cody.
can have more layers to his
He
character.
ain't gonna do no finger poke of doom. I'll give you that.
Chat,
Yeah.
you watch
The
the
next
boys
point.
and you see Homelander, man, that's a bad motherfucker, dude.
I gotta
Hey,
get live. Bro.
Question.
Amazon Prime.
Homelander.
Yeah,
The
so
next
do y'all think
point,
Randy's next?
Randy's
no,
next, yeah.
not right now, but I
Not
think
right
they're
now.
gonna. I
SummerSlam.
think they're running. I mean, AJ Styles has already teased that he wants another shot, so there's something going to be in there with that.
I love that. story, by the way.
I threw out the idea. I think they should do, and this is from all story angles. I'll explain why. If you need Cody to have a really big next big match, I would do Cody versus Carmelo Hayes versus LA Knight versus AJ Styles in the Fatal 4-Way. And the reason I say that though is because AJ's already said he wants another shot. He said he has to earn or whatever, but he wants one more shot. And basically, if you watch the promo that he cut, he basically said that he doesn't have time to earn another shot. Like basically saying that my time is ticking on my career, and this may be my last real shot to become a world champion again before I retire. The reason I say you throw Melo and LA Knight in there is because they got a little interaction going on. Carmelo Hayes' presentation so far has been really good on the main roster. He's gone after big stars. When he first came to the main roster, the first person he went after was Cody, even though it wasn't for the championship. But he stepped up to make it known, like, I'm going to be one of these next guys in your position for a little bit. LA Knight is one of the top stars. He also had a little feud with AJ Styles. You know, he lost the match at WrestleMania, but LA Knight lost, maybe you could even say the bigger match. He lost the number one contender match to AJ Styles on SmackDown. So they have two big wins over each other. Cody is like really the ultimate babyface that'll take on all challengers, and I feel like that's a match that would all make sense from all story angles. LA Knight and Cody are two baby faces. You throw Melo in there, LA Knight and Melo, that extends their feud. AJ Styles gets that one last shot. everybody also has an angle in there where they've done something. LA Knight and AJ Styles had something not that long ago. Carmelo Hayes and Cody had something not that long ago. Now you have LA Knight and Carmelo who are having something currently right now. AJ Styles also in the mix makes sense because him and Melo may have something for the future as well, because I think Melo is going to be one of the next top stars on the division for a while. So I think from an aspect, it would just make sense from a storyline perspective, and it would be a big challenge for Cody because he hasn't really had a big obstacle to go against a champion yet. Like, all his matches have been one-on-one matches, but in a Fatal 4 match, you don't have to get pinned to lose. So it would add.
Where would you
want it at Clash?
Clash at the Castle.
Okay.
They might do the one-on-one
taking the
rematch,
pin.
but with a stipulation.
Maybe.
Because I think AJ Styles, it's kind of like he doesn't have time. Well, you know what he's gonna do? Cody Rhodes is probably gonna come out, and AJ Styles is gonna attack him.
beat the shit?
Kind
out
of not like Shawn Michaels-esque, like when he was trying to get his match, like
Career
doing
versus
whatever
title?
he can to get. No, not career versus title.
His last
like,
shot. His last shot.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the
Do you think he's
Last
gonna attack
shot.
him like Joe did
That's how I
when he
feel like they
debuted?
should book AJ in the Royal Rumble when it happens.
Now, Malik,
Or-
let me
or-
ask you, do you think LA Knight has enough time with your scenario after Clash at the Castle to build to Logan at SummerSlam?
Yeah, because I think they
got
should
2 months.
I think they should do Logan versus LA Knight versus Carmelo Hayes at SummerSlam in the triple threat.
Gotcha.
That's what I would want to see.
I don't want to keep throwing in Carmelo Hayes in a lot of these big matches if he doesn't.
He's
win.
just gonna lose.
I mean,
But
he-
that's fine though.
He got
he
to
can take the losses for now. He's
He's
I
young.
think
He's young. He's fine. All he
For
needs
them-
to worry
No,
about
but
is
them
put on
putting-
good
them-
matches and get over. That's
No,
them
I
putting
hear
them putting
you,
him in
but-
there. I think is a big deal enough though.
No,
Like, yeah, he may
I
not have
hear
to
you,
win
but
these
I'd
matches
rather
right now,
him-
but
I'm not saying the first title match he goes in, he has to win. But first, you're putting him in the Fatal 4-Way. Then you're gonna put him in a triple threat with like. I feel like
in the Fatal 4, he
Go
don't,
from-
he don't have to take the pin either in the Fatal 4.
And you're going
He gonna
from
take the pin.
main event title to a mid card title. I just feel like you could spend that time in another feud.
yes,
Rather
But
than
he's
having
going
him
to be in the
feud.
feud. He's going to be intertwined with LA Knight, so it would make sense if they're still having that feud by then for them to go
But
after.
don't
the
we
title.
want LA Knight as U.S. champion though?
I think.
Yeah, he
We don't
wins. He
need-
wins the title at
But,
He'll
SummerSlam.
get it.
but we
He'll
don't
get
need Melo losing any feuds right now.
What
we
to
do.
Malik's
Yes, we
You
do.
point,
can't lose feuds right
we
now.
can't-
if
have
LA,
that.
if Melo would
Melo
lose
can
in
lose
the
feuds, yeah.
triple
Yeah, he
threat,
can.
that
Off the
gives him
rip?
a chance to challenge LA Knight again for
Bro,
the
I
title.
think
You can
we need
extend
a
it.
Melo. The thing Melo got to worry about still putting on good matches and getting over. Right now, he's still not over with the crowd. We don't need him beating LA Knight yet.
No, okay,
No,
no.
we
So
know
you-
him,
you-
but the
you-
casuals
he's
don't.
not-
You
You
could basically
he's not on that level yet. He's not
you
on
could
that level.
basically just have him. You could do the Fatal 4-Way and have him and LA Knight have a feud leading up to SummerSlam, and then LA Knight beats Melo in a number 1 contenders match, and you can revisit LA Knight and Carmelo in like 2 or 3
down the
months.
line. Yeah.
Once
But
LA
he-
Knight
but he-
How
wins
long
it.
is
Put it-
Bobby hurt for?
Yeah.
How long is Bobby
Lashley?
hurt for?
I don't know.
I didn't even
I
know
don't
he was hurt.
you want that
But
Bobby
you meant
Melo-
Bobby
Melo-
Roode for some
the
reason.
whole point of putting
I was like, what?
putting Melo in these matches just gives him the spotlight to show that he can perform at the high level. Because, like Lewis said, like not everybody watches NXT, so he still may not be over what's familiar of majority of the audiences. You put him in the matches with Cody and LA Knight and AJ Styles and all that stuff. He's gonna do his thing. He's gonna show that okay, I'm gonna go out here, even though I'm not gonna win. He may be the one guy to steal the show in the match to be like, okay, he was like the MVP of the match.
We keeping it a bean. The way how they're building him up on the main roster is no different how they built him up in NXT. When he was first built up on NXT, his first like main guy he went up against was Adam Cole.
Yep,
Slapped
I
Adam Cole in
remember
the face and stole the show. The very first night on the main roster where he got drafted, literally went up to Cody and challenged him to a match, and showed everybody that he's on notice. And then after that, Melo was put right into the mid card. That's fine for Melo. He could be put right into the mid card. That's fine.
Not to mention he just had a match with Randy Orton too, bro. So like,
yeah,
he's facing.
he's fine.
They got him
He's
closing SmackDown.
Yeah, he's facing top contenders right now. Like his time's gonna come. He's got plenty of time for, his time to come. Because I do think he'll be U.S. champ, maybe even world champ at some point. But he's still new to the roster, so I feel like you put him in these big scenarios. He doesn't necessarily have to win these matches yet for him to be in a good spot.
I think the
here's
only
my-
young
here's
dude
my
like
only
that needs to
problem.
win is Braun. That's it.
Well,
Everyone else
Well,
can
honestly, I feel like it's the same for both of them. I get
Braun.
Braun is more of a physical force and all that, but like my thing is, and this is what I'm afraid of, and y'all might feel differently, but to me, on the main roster, Grayson Waller, even though he's good, he hasn't really clicked yet. I like A-Town Down Under.
I don't.
The Grayson Waller, I mean, I like it.
Somebody had to say it. I know. Grayson Waller's back is hurting carrying that tag.
No, but even then, even with the carrying and all that, Grayson Waller to me still has not clicked yet.
What?
Like it hasn't clicked. And my only fear is Grayson Waller. I know eventually there's gonna be a split, and Grayson Waller eventually is gonna, have a massive heel run, hopefully more serious, but whatever. My fear is, what if Grayson Waller doesn't get out of that? Doesn't find that next gear. But the only thing is, Grayson Waller was losing a lot. He hasn't won a feud yet until he won them tag titles. He lost every feud. All he did was lose.
But I think the presentation of...
Hold on, I got. So here's my pushback. When Grayson Waller first debuted on the main roster, they had big plans for him because they immediately threw him into a match with Edge. And after he put on that banger with Edge, Edge gave him the nod and said, "You swam." After that, he was in the United States title scene in number contendership matches where he was getting some steam. He was getting really good reactions. The problem that we fell into with Grayson Waller was he got hurt. And then he was off TV. That was the problem with Grayson Waller. He got hurt. If Grayson Waller doesn't get hurt, Grayson Waller is in a much completely different position than he is right now.
I don't even think it's too though. I don't.
That's why he kept doing the Grayson Waller effect.
I don't look at Carmelo Hayes and Grayson Waller.
He was hurt.
I don't look at Carmelo Hayes and Grayson Waller on the same level either. Like, Carmelo Hayes was a guy in NXT who was world champ, like winning title. Grayson Waller never touched any of those titles in NXT. So when he came up to the main roster, I didn't expect him to be pushed in world title feuds. Mid-card feuds, yes, but I'm expecting Carmelo Hayes to be one of the next top players on SmackDown, like up there with the guys they need to build as main eventers. I never looked at Grayson Waller being in that spot. Now, he's stuck in this tag team with Lewis. I don't like this tag team at all. I wish they would lose the tag titles like tomorrow if they could. But I think Grayson Waller, once they do lose the tag team titles, because everybody's been saying they should turn Austin Theory babyface. So if they turn him babyface,
they should have done that yesterday.
They could have their little inner feud right there. But I look at Grayson Waller as like he's gonna be at the C level on the main roster. I don't see him breaking any ceilings on the main roster. I don't think they're gonna book him that way. I'm looking at Carmelo Hayes like I think he's going to be like somebody that's going to be in the air level. Like he's going to be somebody that is going to be one of the next top stars for the future because they made it kind of clear in NXT him and Braun Breaker were like the two guys they were going to build that brand around for the next couple of years to do that, and they did that. And now they come up to the main roster, but not everybody watches NXT, so they kind of have to not repackage them a little bit, but kind of reinvent them a little bit to kind of get.
They still have to build them.
Yeah, kind of make people get a little bit more. Make people get a little bit too more familiar because there's only been, for me, there were two people that I can recall that came up to the main roster that got huge reactions, and that was Enzo Cass and Shinsuke Nakamura. Like, really big reactions, but like the fans knew who these people were. Like, you didn't have to do anything.
And those only happened because it was like Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania. So you got all the hardcores there. Otherwise, they don't happen like that.
Yeah, that was a Raw after Mania.
And I feel like what they're doing right now, like what I saw with Braun on Raw, is what I need to see.
Too.
Like what Braun Breaker did on Raw told me everything I need to see. Like he's gonna be that next intense superstar in that roster who like is legit gonna be a problem. When I say intense, I'm talking like Goldberg, Brock Lesnar type intensity, Batista type intensity, where like he's gonna be dominating and showing all types of ruthless aggression. Everything I need to see was on the Raw because he hadn't been shown for a while. People were like, "Where's Braun? He's having squash matches," but what he did to that jobber, and then after the stuff he did backstage,
and now.
And then he's stepping up to Adam Pearce saying you should have put me in the King of the Ring. Now he's gonna be that problem where like the authority can't control him type thing.
What I feel like too when it comes to Braun and Melo is Braun never needed anybody to get over. Not saying Melo needs it, but a big part of Melo's success to what he had in NXT was due to Trick Williams being his mouthpiece for a hot minute.
Yeah,
Trick Williams talked him up.
Weren't that great.
But Trick Williams put him on a major pedestal. Like he was a big part of that. Now Melo's on his own in the big leagues. I think it's going to take a little longer for Melo to really get the ball rolling because he doesn't have Trick there.
It's
the main roster too. Like you got to know how to talk.
I hear why you're saying it. I get why you're saying it. My only pushback, I feel like the only problem with Melo was they turned the babyface. And he lost. It's not that they turned the face. I'm sorry, I misspoke. It's not that they turned him babyface. It's the fact that they turned the babyface and he became bland. That was the problem. Melo lost all that the shit talking he was doing, the way he would walk to the ring with some swag. After he turned babyface, that was gone. That was like he did not have that spark about him until he turned heel again. All of that was gone, and so that's why I get why you're saying that. But to me, I think Trick is great too. Trick was crucial to that little run they had. I think the only problem Melo ever had was when he turned babyface. He became you can be a babyface and still have the same characteristics about you. You can still act like you all that, huh?
Like Bianca.
Yeah. Just don't win. Just don't cheat to win, and you're good. Yeah. Don't cheat to win. I swear, a lot of heels when they turn baby faces, all they have to do is not cheat to win, and we're good. Be the same character, and I think that was Melo's problem. He didn't have that type of swag when he walked in the room no more. Yeah, he wore a suit a couple times, but he didn't. Like Ilya is the same character. If they turned him heel, he'd be the same character. He even showed heelish tendencies when he was going against Trick.
He did.
So you can be the same character as a heel. Braun Breaker, for example. Now that's somebody who, when you change, if he turns back into a baby face, nothing should change about the way you're presenting him. Just don't.
He's just attacking heels.
Don't attack people after the end of the match. Don't spear people.
Oh no, him being healed that turned up the intensity and more character work for Braun.
Yeah. That definitely works. Because I didn't think he was a bad baby face.
I just knew
they were feeding him to Melo.
I'm not disagreeing with you on Melo. I just think Melo, especially on the main roster, it's gonna take a little while. Like, because Melo's decent on the mic, but still needs to get better. And on top of that, he's not like Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker has a chant right now that's getting over. He has the barking that he's doing, and that's already getting over. Melo doesn't have that. Melo, and also, I go back on the Trick thing because Melo got really over because of how Trick talked him up. Because in the beginning, Melo really wasn't talking. So when Melo was getting put in these big matches, it was because of how Trick talked him up. Now in the beginning, Melo's by himself and he doesn't have that. So I'm not disagreeing with you saying that Melo's not going to be in these positions. But I think to get to the level where we know Melo can get at, it's just gonna take a little bit longer than we're gonna think.
I think the way the easy way I think you get Carmelo Hayes over on the main roster the same way you did in NXT. You just have him put on good matches because, like Lewis said, his promos weren't that great, but the matches that he was having with Adam Cole and all those people, amazing. Oh yeah, well, he could go in the ring.
That's how they got over Johnny Gargano.
How long was that little run before it turned into 2.0? Because not too long after 2.0, that man was North American champion, if I'm not mistaken.
Well,
but when they
I remember his debut against Adam Cole. That was
Cole,
he won the NXT. He won the NXT Breakout Tournament, but the only reason why they threw the North American title on him was because Swerve got drafted to SmackDown. If Swerve didn't, you
know what? That is fair.
If Swerve didn't get drafted, Melo doesn't win that.
Not to mention too, when they rebranded 2.0, the people that
that's crazy to think. Swerve,
the people that they kind of made, the people that they kind of made it seem like were going to be the next big stars were the people who were all in War Games. Tony D'Angelo, Grayson Waller, Carmelo Hayes, and Braun Breaker. Those were all the guys that they were like, these are going to be some of our next big stars. And Tony D'Angelo still doing great stuff in NXT. Grayson Waller was a great heel for NXT. And then Braun and Melo were literally the two top stars in NXT for like 3 years in a row. So I think the way they just present Carmelo Hayes, you just put him in positions where he just have great matches. You put him in that fatal four-way, he doesn't have to win, but he going to be able to shine in that match where he can look very good in that match where you're like, okay, that guy's going to be something. You know what I'm saying? The next year or so, that guy going to be a main event player. He's going to be somebody to look out for. I think that's how they need to present him on the roster because his promos are okay. As a heel, they're a lot better because when you're a heel, you can say stuff and kind of get away with it more than when you're a babyface. You got to be very, very particular in what you can say and not say.
But what you're saying, they're already doing that with Melo. He had a good match against Cody. He had a good match against Corbin. He had a good match against Randy and sold the fuck out of the RKO. So they're doing that, but it's my only main concern is the main roster casuals. That's it, because it takes a little bit longer for them to digest and really get used to it. And with a guy like Melo compared to a guy like Braun, where Braun can appeal and Braun has like a little chant where it can get over, Melo, it's a little bit harder for a guy like that. So not saying he can't reach.
Yeah.
It's just going to take longer than we actually think.
They're gonna be presented two different ways. You know, Braun Breaker obviously is a bigger, more athletic guy who's just got more intensity. So his presentation is gonna be a lot different. Just based on what we saw on Raw, it's like. It kind of honestly, it was giving me a little bit of the Braun Strowman vibes. How I felt was like the intensity was. That's one of the main reasons I liked Braun Strowman a lot is because I can believe in this guy's not only intensity, his power, his athleticism, but he had everything you look for in a believable, dominant big man that you were looking for. Even though Braun Breaker isn't a big man, he has everything you could believe in to be a dominant top, guy
man.
in that division. Like that guy is legitimately insane. The way he runs the ropes is crazy, bro. He runs like a 23 mile per hour. Is like running the ropes. Like his spear may be the most intense spear we've ever seen since Goldberg. He has everything you could ask for. So all they have to do is just plant the seeds right for him to be presented as that, and it may not even take too long, honestly. I mean, within the next couple of months.
They
Give
literally
it-
just have
give it
literally
until
just has
Money
to
in
be
the
Braun
Bank.
Strowman. He literally just has to be Braun Strowman without the hesitation.
Yeah.
That's
Give it until Money in the Bank and watch him go off of money, like put somebody through ladders and shit, and it's up from there.
And as long as Melo talks better than Ricochet, his in-work ability is gonna.
Oh, yeah, it's
where he gotta
up.
go.
Oh, yeah, it's up.
Ricochet is not in the slightest believable.
The
on mic.
worst
Melo,
talker,
a little
bro.
bit. Melo,
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you lost a promo battle to Logan Paul, bro. You know how
Bro,
hard
he was.
that
I
shit
knew he was
is.
cooked.
No,
Logan
hard
Paul's
that
actually
shit
good.
is.
He's actually good at
Oh,
promos.
I was about to say
Logan's
Logan
good,
Paul's
yeah.
actually.
But-
At that
Triple
time
H
with
was
that
good.
Ricochet feud,
But at that time,
Cody, but
at
he's
that
good.
time with that Ricochet feud, he wasn't all that, bro. I'm gonna be
And
honest.
Triple H was trying to give him a shot, but he couldn't talk his way out of paper bag, bro. It was bad.
But again, though,
But I think- Hey, you know
we're
what? You
talking
know what they
about
need to
the
do,
way-
Ricochet, at this point? At this point, contact El Rey Network, buy the rights to Prince Puma, and just repackage his ass, bro.
But here's the thing though, y'all, we're talking about the things that you have to do, like building people up and stuff. All Ricochet has to do is be NXT Ricochet, which isn't too much different. Just have him put on great matches, and he actually needs to win the big one, like when he
Pushback.
beat Adam Cole.
Because we look at, I'm gonna be honest
Great
though,
job,
the way-
Ricochet.
Real quick, Malik, real quick. I feel like Ricochet, while NXT presented him really well, I feel like Ricochet got really over because that NXT crowd watches stuff outside WWE and they know of Prince Puma and they know of all these guys and they know of their history. So it was a lot easier for him to just remain popular. He didn't have to be good on the mic. But when you come
you
up to
wanna
the
know
main
why I kinda
roster,
disagree, though?
you kind of got to elevate a little bit on the mic.
You got to be.
You
able
want to
to
know
talk.
why I kind of disagree though? Because it's me, someone who never heard of Lucha Underground till after watching that stuff.
Yeah.
I thought Ricochet. The only difference between Ricochet, honestly, now I'll say, let me rephrase. The only difference between NXT Ricochet and Triple H Ricochet just doesn't win the big one. But once Vince started once Triple H started using Ricochet and said, you know what? Just go out there and have a 20-minute match with JD McDonough and just be you.
Yeah,
Oh my
'cause
gosh! All of a sudden, the crowd started cheering him.
I don't
We're invested
necessarily.
in
I
him.
don't necessarily know if Ricochet has to be good at promos. I feel like Ricochet is kind of the same how we
Doesn't.
felt about Cesaro. Like Cesaro couldn't.
They
cut
should get him a
promos,
manager.
But
That
we-
is a perfect comparison.
But
That
we
is a perfect-
Ricochet like
What a time
Cesaro.
to be alive. This is
Cesaro wasn't good at promos, but for years we had begged for that man to get a push because he was so good in the ring, like just so good. And we're like, bro, just give him something. Give me something,
Yeah,
some
'cause
type of
Ricochet
push,
does
please.
have like some sort of natural charisma without
but-
that mic.
but you
Does he need a manager?
You
he
see,
needs hair.
I mean, they tried with Cesaro. He had Paul Heyman, but it didn't. work.
Hey, Ricochet needs hair and Karen Cross needs to go bald. What a world
Yes.
is it?
Just swap it.
But that's how I'm kind of
Switch.
looking at the same. Like
Y'all
people
want
saying
Karen Cross
Ricochet.
to go bald? Y'all don't like his
Yes,
hair, bro?
that's what
Oh,
he
yeah,
had
he
for.
turned into a
Regardless,
Walk Karen
he
Cross,
asked
bro.
regardless.
With the
He asked
goatee. Oh my gosh. that
bro,
man
he
has so
turned
much
into
aura.
a Pedro, bro. Like what the fuck?
Right.
What the
He
shit
buns
got?
It could be.
regardless,
I
man,
mean,
I ain't gonna lie.
it could be either. I kind of look at it the same way though. Like, I feel like it goes back to the same conversation I had before. Not everybody's gonna have a total package where they need to get over. Like, as long as you have a connection with the audience, you're doing something right. So yes, Ricochet may not be great at promos, but he can do a lot of things in the ring that half the roster can't even do. So that makes him stand out. That makes him stand out right there alone. Cesaro, we talked about a minute ago. he may not have been great at promos, but he was stronger than probably half the people on that roster could do things that they couldn't do. So that makes him stand out. And he had a connection with the audience. He was over. They liked him. So at least give him a little something. Not saying he got to be face of the company. Not saying he got to be a Roman Reigns type world champion, a John Cena type world champion, a Triple H type world champion. But like, at least give them something where they can feel credible on the roster. I feel like they were doing that really good with Ricochet last year. He was presented on TV really well. He got Money in the Bank, had the feud with Logan Paul. But then they kind of didn't do anything with them. So I get there's maybe only a ceiling you can go so far with them, but
they should have had more matches there.
I also think like I see where G's coming from, because when Triple H immediately took over and Ricochet won the SmackDown World Cup and they built that story with Gunther, that was the best story on SmackDown. Like that was a really good story, and then they did nothing with Ricochet after he got clapped.
That match was really good.
I mean, because it's Gunther, you know.
Really
it was really good. I loved all 2 minutes Ricochet got offensive. It was great.
But I think, like you said, the Logan Paul feud cost Ricochet. That's in my opinion. I think the Logan Paul feud hurt him.
How?
Really?
I think it hurt him.
No, he lost dirty and then just forgot about it.
Yeah,
but he said he's leading up to it. How did it hurt Ricochet though?
I think the way that
he got cooked by Logan.
I think the way that he was portraying himself on the mic really it made me less interested in him flipping over it wasn't a good looking.
Bro, that crowd was like, oh shit.
They didn't make any noise. No one was hype about that. That dude flipped over him and like looked
and then
it was like,
but then what Logan said
after,
what Logan said after buried him, he said that's cool for TikTok. I was like, oh my god.
Like, oh damn.
But let's be real.
He got a response for everything.
But let's be real. That little flip he did it in NXT, and this might be an unpopular opinion. Wasn't that cool when he did it then? I was just like,
I knew I was gonna have to get it on him.
When he flipped in front of Velveteen Dream, I was like, oh, that's cool.
No. Hold on, let me push back on that. No.
I knew it was gonna happen
on that. No, it's different when he did it with Velveteen Dream, because the story that they were telling was Velveteen Dream said anything Ricochet can do, I can do better. So Ricochet was like, I bet. So if I flip over this ring, you could do it better than me. And
bro, not to mention, bro.
And then when Velveteen was speechless, that told the story
Lewis,
like,
it was a better.
I
didn't say it wasn't a better story.
You said
it was a better story that they were telling with the move. But when he did said move, I was like, oh, cool, okay.
You do it.
Okay, I didn't say I'm not.
You gotta understand what
I didn't say
it, man. That shit was cool,
Lewis,
man.
I remember the story. I was a Velveteen Dream guy, so I get you.
Bring him back.
Yes, please.
Oh,
I
boy.
get
He's
you.
gonna get us canceled.
Mark Henry said to bring him back the other day.
Shout out, Dapper Mark.
I mean, if anyone actually watches the interview, I mean,
I did. Bring him back.
But most people don't want to.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
What Ricochet, that move that Ricochet did, bro, there's only very few people that can honestly do that, bro. That shit is probably hard,
you're
bro.
right. The story they were telling was much better with Velveteen.
No, I'm saying the move in general, bro. Jumping
Like,
over the
who be
top rope
doing
and a
that?
front flip and land on your feet clean, bro. That's crazy.
You're right.
No, Ricochet's insane.
That's what
bro.
made it cool.
He
It
is,
made him
bro.
unique.
You're right.
There's maybe how many people in WWE realistically they can do that right now?
Probably
Off the top of your head.
Probably
Mellow, maybe.
Nah.
Not even.
Mello.
I don't even know if Mello can do it.
Definitely not Mello.
I think Montez.
It's Montez Ford.
Maybe Montez Ford.
Maybe Dragon Lee.
Javon Evans.
Yeah, Javon Evans for Wesley.
Dragon Lee.
I say. I mean,
Dragon Lee.
Angelo Dawkins does it like every time. So.
He probably could.
That's kind of crazy. For
Hey,
him.
so
Land
wait.
on your feet clean though.
Wait, Dawk can do that?
Yeah, Dawkins can.
Probably. Yeah, he's.
Oh, wait.
Dawkins
If Dawkins can flip out like that and land on
You know, Dawkins has done it. I mean, Drew has done it too. I've seen Drew.
Drew too big for that. Drew too big for that. Land on his feet.
I've seen him land on his feet.
Keith Lee can do
Let me
it.
put it asterisk. I've seen him land on his feet
That
after he
far?
landed on somebody. I've seen
Bro,
him like.
We,
There you go.
we also
Yeah,
got to
yeah.
think about the flip,
I've
but
seen
not just the flip,
Bro,
but the distance of it.
No.
Yeah.
I've seen Angelo
Keith
Dawkins.
Lee.
Wait, y'all being
No.
serious
No,
right now?
he ain't landing on his feet.
No,
He ain't
I've
landing on
seen
his feet.
Angelo Dawkins overshoot people and still land on his feet and act like he landed.
I've seen Keith Lee do a over the top rope, whatever is still.
No,
2024 Keith Lee.
But not that distance.
Okay.
Not
You're
that
not being
distance.
24 Keith Lee.
Yeah, relax.
You're trying to kill this man.
Hey.
Tomas crazy.
Come on. Oh my.
And he don't want to embarrass nobody.
Hey
He don't want
Malik,
to embarrass nobody.
you know who can do it? I know you saw them New Japan Great Khali clips when he's springboarding over the top.
Springboard over the top rope.
Gender,
Why'd
man.
you have to say his name? I was having a good day. Why'd you
Maybe
say his name?
I think you're right. Montez, maybe Angelo Dawkins, Javon Evans.
Montez
Those are probably
definitely
the
could.
people.
Oh,
Those
yeah,
are probably the
Tez, for
people.
sure.
Javon Evans can.
For sure.
Honestly,
Oh,
bro, I
Saruka.
don't know.
What we talking
Maybe
about?
I don't know, bro. Logan Paul pretty athletic too, bro.
Tatum Paxley.
I was just about to say probably.
Yeah,
all,
Logan
I'm
maybe
not lying.
could.
All the gymnasts.
All the gymnasts.
Probably all the gymnasts. Yeah, all the gymnasts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the
No,
gymnasts.
wait,
Yeah,
no,
all the
I can't.
gymnasts.
No, I can't agree with that. Katana Chance, I apologize. It's just because you're too short.
You know what's crazy? I still think she could.
I don't think she can. No.
I've
If
seen
she,
her.
no,
I've
if she
seen
had
all
one
of
of
them
those
spots.
if she had
Yeah,
one of
I'm
those
not
little
gonna-
trampolines,
I'm
if
not
she
gonna
had
lie.
one of
Have
those
you seen her
trampolines,
on
yeah,
American
She
Ninja
slaps.
Warrior?
yeah,
Have you seen her on
A little
American
bit of
Ninja
it.
Warrior? I low
I
key
have.
I low key think she could. I'm not
Hey,
lying.
Malik.
Because a lot of people don't know.
No, yeah,
That's why she got signed.
she's
A lot
extremely.
of
I've
people-
seen her on that. I've seen her on that show. She's extremely athletic. It's
I was
crazy.
about to say because a lot of people didn't know that. That's why she got signed because of
Y'all remember
Right.
Royal Rumble 2019? That big ass, that little save she did.
Yeah,
with the
bro.
handstand?
If you go watch her on American when she was still Casey Catanzaro, bro, she was
Yeah,
crazy,
Casey
Yeah.
Catanzaro.
crazy athletic. Like,
So how do y'all feel about?
She was
people
with
saying-
Ricochet for a minute too.
So
but
how
Rick,
do y'all,
especially from my guy, man.
how do y'all feel about people saying Jey Uso not main event material?
Oh, are we
not
gonna
main
talk
event
about that?
material
Are we
is asinine.
because
That's
hey,
asinine.
the chat might kill me for real. Are we gonna talk about that?
I'm sorry.
I
You don't
feel
get that
like,
over and you're not
this-
main event
okay.
material. I'm sorry, you just don't.
Oh,
This
I
is-
didn't say I don't think he's not main event material, but they
I know
need to
you
stop
don't think
calling him main event Jey Uso.
That's
needs to
my
go.
only thing.
That
That's my
needs
only
to
thing.
go.
Yeah.
Look, call him mid card Jey Uso.
My
I
only
like
thing
the
is-
nickname
Relax.
because of how Roman was
But
manipulated.
no. This is my only
Yeah.
thing. I don't
Hey,
know
but
if
follow him on
I.
Instagram.
He's really popular right now, but when you think of main event guys, I don't know if I look at him in the same aspect as like a Cody, a CM Punk, and all that stuff.
He's not.
Realistically, though, for him being main event Jey Uso, I don't understand the whole nickname of him being main event when he doesn't excel in the main event at all. Like he doesn't win any of the big main event matches unless he's teaming up with Jimmy.
Yeah, main
That's the
event.
only time he's ever excelled in the main event when he's in
You
a tag
want to
team.
know why he's?
And I
main
feel
event
like a lot of people. I guess there are mixed people. There are some people who don't think Jey Uso's like that. There are some people who do, but
That's
there's
crazy.
a reason. I feel like when you look at main event guys, and this is how I break it down, look at it. There's a reason that Cody was the one to beat Roman and it wasn't Jey, because Jey had a good story to do it. They wanted to do it last year at SummerSlam, but when you look at all the guys, as far as who they build a company around as a guy that could be the centerpiece as a main event player, I don't think Jey Uso is one of those guys that they're looking at. Cody's one of those guys. Drew McIntyre, I think, is one of those guys. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, those guys are in that category. But I don't think Jey Uso is in that same category because realistically, not too far from now, he's going to be teaming up with his brother again. Because
And you
Jimmy-
wanna-
Yeah, Jay's one of those guys
you-
that floats.
He does.
Actually, I don't think he is. And you want to know why?
My
Because
only
they
thing
didn't
is,
give
though-
him the IC title in COVID when it wasn't meaning anything. That was the time to do it. When you had Roman and Jay side by
Yeah,
side when
yeah.
Jimmy was
That
hurt,
would've been great.
you
That
had
would've been great.
the perfect opportunity to give
Have him
Jey
beat
Uso
Big
that
E,
Intercontinental title because it didn't mean anything during COVID. It was flip-flopping with Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy was the
Why
IC
him?
champion in COVID.
Why'd you give him a stray? Like, what?
Because, bro, Jeff Hardy was an IC champion in 2020.
That's crazy.
when he
That's
wasn't
wild.
terrible?
Yeah, that's wild.
What do you mean? He was still
We gonna
old
do
Jeff
this
Hardy.
again? We gonna
He's
do this
been old
again?
Jeff Hardy for forever now. You could have given Jey Uso that.
should've.
Roman Reigns and Jey Uso literally
I'm
could have been
sick of you,
champions
G.
together. Once Jey Uso finally bought in to what Roman Reigns
should've,
was
bro.
teaching him, Jey
No,
Uso
they
should have been an IC.
He should have been the one to beat Big E. That's just me.
He should have. That was such a layup. That's such a layup. With
Why?
the New
Why
Day's
Apollo?
history,
Fake African Apollo. Crews,
Literally,
bro.
it was a D Wade LeBron layer, bro. Like
Literally.
imagine if D Wade would have had that oop, and then LeBron just whiffed on the
Eh.
dunk. That's exactly what they did. Like
no,
what?
they even jumped.
Yeah,
LeBron
they-
wouldn't
But
even
Good,
jump.
yeah.
the thing is, though, I feel like they
Dunk
gotta
meter
give.
didn't
I feel like though with Jay having his popularity though, I feel like they gotta give him something before he team back up with Jimmy though. He gotta have something.
They're not
man.
going to though. We're talking about.
They already
But is
did.
that going to be a
can't put
big
him in
missed
the middle.
opportunity? That's going to be a big missed
They already
opportunity.
did give him something.
Hey,
They
you
put their
right.
ass whooping. That's what he
Hey,
did.
hey, you're right.
I think he
It
still
is
got a
big
shot.
missed opportunity. But we just spent 30 minutes on this podcast talking about, ooh, is Gunther going to win the title? And then you got CM Punk.
No. I'm not saying
here's
the
the
world title, but at least the IC.
No,
or
the
something,
IC
man.
title.
Here's the thing.
But even
if he
with
teams
the
back-
IC title, there's two problems wrong with that. One, main event Jey Uso is your mid card champion. Can't call him main event Jey Uso after that. And two, There's stories going on with the IC title that Jey Uso doesn't fit in anymore.
All he said he wanted was a singles championship. He didn't say world championship.
And here's the
also,
thing, even
I think
that's
money
like
plays a
saying-
factor.
That's like saying
I think
when there
money
was
plays
one-
a factor too because he's the top merch seller. That's
But the problem
That's-
is
that's
you're
like
still calling a
calling-
main event Jey Uso.
Oh, I don't like the
That's-
that
nickname.
nickname has
That's
to
like
go.
that's
No,
like
we don't
when
like
Double.
it.
That's like when Double or Nothing tries to say they have a triple main event, or when WWE did it with that show a while ago.
What you talking about?
There's
him
not
being
a
the top
triple
merch
main
seller?
event. There is not a triple main event. There
Oh.
was one
Not
main
watching
event,
that
and then
shit.
it's the last show, and then it's the last match on the show.
Yeah.
Main event.
But here's the thing,
you are
right?
a main event.
Jay-
I have there. It is rare when an IC title main events a pay per view. Main events a big match.
I don't remember the last time.
It
they
is
did that.
rare.
That's
Got
right.
lucky-
It is
got
rare.
lucky
But here's the
Gunther
thing:
had
even
his
with
problem.
Jay, even if Jay teams back with Jimmy, that doesn't mean he has to stay in the tag team division. He can
Hold on.
always just go back
No,
out.
we
That's what
know-
Matt and Jeff did.
We know once he goes back with Jimmy, we know the build is gonna be the Usos versus God. That's the build.
Yeah, but it's not
we're not gonna
permanent.
be oblivious to that. That's the build. So he's
I think
gonna
he got to
be in
get the
tag-
IC before.
He's gonna be in the tag division for a hot minute.
No, I mean
versus
they
GOD.
can like Mo said, they can team up and Jay could still because realistically
Go
when
in and
Jimmy
out.
comes back, Jimmy coming back as babyface too. You're gonna get a big reaction when he comes back,
Yeah,
especially teaming up with Jay. Like the whole bloodline, OG bloodline with Roman, Jimmy, and Jay, they're gonna be top babyfaces when they come back because they already had the heel run, and now I think people now more respect
Hey,
of
you
what they
ready to
did
do shit?
with the bloodline.
He's getting
You're
a new
right,
sign,
and
man.
that's why with Jey Uso. Why? What did I say? Why? I didn't know he was
crazy.
writing for me. What did I say?
Someone put that in the chat, bro.
Oh,
got a new side.
whoa.
Gee, what's it gonna take for you to remove the do rag, bro? What's it gonna take? Bro?
I listen. I feel like I feel like I feel like it's just
no, my.
I feel like it's just the nickname. It's just the nickname that doesn't
doesn't fit.
it doesn't. It's just the
Your arm
nickname that
look
doesn't
like
feel like
that.
when he was the right hand man, Jey Uso. That was a fit for him. But then he became
Make
main
fun of my
event Jey
right, bro.
Uso. But he
But you know what's
doesn't.
funny? He only started calling himself main event Jey Uso after he left Roman Reigns.
No, yeah, true.
No.
That's when they put it on the
They
t-shirt.
gave him.
That's when they put it
Oh,
on
the
the
t-shirt,
t-shirt.
yeah.
Yeah.
When
Okay.
he started claiming it himself, because they called him that in COVID. But like once Jimmy came back, it wasn't main event Jey Uso no more. They were the Usos. They didn't put it on a t-shirt and start calling him that till he left Roman and did that whole split. That when he was like, I'm out, and then he came back on Raw when Cody brought it. That's when they really ran with the main event Jey Uso.
Drilled it into your head. He's main event.
Yeah, but his only accomplishment is a 1 week or a 1 day. How long did he hold them tag titles with Cody for?
9 days.
9 days. That's his only
was dumb.
accomplishment.
That was dumb.
Yeah, I feel like they
Yeah, it
need
was
to.
entertaining, but it was dumb.
They need to. I feel like they need to drop the nickname because how can he be a main event guy when he doesn't excel in the main event and he doesn't win any of the title matches he won? He lost the IC title to Gunther. He lost to Seth Rollins. He lost to Roman Reigns. He lost to Damian
Lost to
Priest.
Gunther
like,
again.
Yeah,
was
like,
about to say,
he couldn't.
it was
He couldn't even win. He
He
couldn't
should've
win
been
King
the
of the
one to beat
Ring.
Gunther. That's
You know
I
what I
was
mean?
gonna
Like,
say it was different when he was getting protected. When you lost to Roman because Jimmy pulled you out. You lost to Gunther because Jimmy distracted you ringing it. But you've lost clean now.
Yeah, you losing by
You
yourself.
lost to Damian Priest.
Well, that was not clean.
It
Wasn't clean, but it's Damian Priest, and you all know how you feel about him.
Gunther was
Is
clean.
Damian
He's the
Priest
world
on the same level of
champion.
Gunther? Is Damian Priest on the same
No,
level of
obviously
No.
not. But he's a world champion. You got to
Oh,
make the world
now
champion
he's
look
a world-
important.
Paper
hey, you know what's
hey,
world
hey,
champion?
hey,
Hold
so
on. Yeah, I'm gonna say Jinder Mahal world champion too.
Let's
Jinder
not
Mahal.
bring
Jinder
that
Mahal.
up, G. Let's not bring that up, G. Please. Don't make me sad. Please.
Jinder Mahal was a world champion, though.
Bro, I'm having a good day. Please don't bring
A
that
great
up.
one.
Jinder about to go to New Japan and get
No, they had to make him presentable as world champion though. That's why he's beating Randy Orton and stuff. Nobody wanted it, but he still
Fuck.
Yeah, like
Bro, let's
like,
not go back to that, please.
Yeah, so I'm not trying to hear that.
had to presentable as
You
world
don't
champion.
want to talk about the modern day Maharaja, bro?
Pipe down, please.
I just feel I don't know, man. I would feel bad for Jimmy if not bad, but bad for Jay if nothing comes out of this for him. At least a singles run with the
I've
one
been felt bad for
championship.
him because once he didn't win in COVID, I knew he wasn't getting a singles run. Once he didn't win the IC title in COVID, I knew he wasn't getting one.
Not even
And matter of
well.
fact, didn't he have a match for the title? And it
No.
ended in DQ?
No.
Are you
No.
sure?
No, he had a
Yeah.
U.S.
Oh
title
no!
match. You know that
he
night,
lost to Austin Theory. He
Yeah,
lost
you know
to Austin
when
Theory.
Jay and Jimmy were
Yeah.
gonna turn on Roman. That's when
Oh
he
wait,
had
he
the
was
U.S. title
lost
match.
Theory.
But no, I think that was a DQ. I think
That was a DQ. That was a
It
DQ.
was, but
That was also a Vince era
that was
match.
also I know, but
Yeah,
No,
Vince was
no,
technically no.
that
Vince took the
wasn't
pen.
Vince.
No, that was when
again?
Vince came back in. That's when.
Oh,
Vince
when he came back?
in and
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas
So he's
can't
kinda
even beat
influencing
Austin
shit.
Theory, and y'all want him to beat Gunther. What a fuck. What
Hey,
a,
we
Yeah,
wanted him
bro,
to
that
beat
was
Roman a
DQ.
little bit.
That was DQ, bro.
couldn't
It
even
was
beat
DQ,
Austin
but
Theory. You
still,
want Gunther.
bro. Anybody losing to Austin Theory pretty much after
But that was the
Cena
point of the
was
story.
like, come on.
That
bro,
was the
like-
point of the story.
So
Like, that
are
was
we?
meant to-
So
You know what? This
so
is-
hold on. Realistically, because if Liv Morgan is no longer Dallas Cowboys, what is Jey Uso then? He ain't got no championships.
Ooh.
Boy, that
That's
nigga.
wild.
Bro, you know who
The
Jey
LA
Uso
Clippers,
is?
bro.
The Bengals. The Bengals. That's what.
No,
he
Jey
is.
Uso the Bills. He go to the finals every time and lose.
That's wild, bro.
Now
The
we
Clippers
need to
don't even
think of
make
a
finals.
team that everybody loves
Yeah.
that never wins, not counting the Cowboys. A team that everybody loves, like the general masses. love.
Vikings. The Vikings.
The '60s Lakers.
The Vikings.
A team that everybody loves but that never
He
wins.
the, no, the Cardinals. Everybody hype them niggas up every year. He the Cardinals, bro.
When they make a Super Bowl.
That's wild.
Wait, Jay
Yeah, he the
Uso's the
Bills.
Miami Heat because he's got aura. He
No,
gets cheered a lot.
no.
Everybody
No,
loves
they
playoff
win.
Jimmy. Everybody loves playoff.
No,
When-
no,
You can
no,
call him Jimmy
no,
Butler.
current day.
You can call him Jimmy
Current
Butler.
day.
You
Yes,
call
he's
him
Jimmy
you
Butler.
call him Jimmy
No,
Butler.
Jimmy
You call him Jimmy.
No, here's
I
the
fuck
thing,
with
though.
Jimmy
Butler, he
I don't
Jimmy
care.
buckets.
No,
I love
here's the
Jimmy
thing.
Butler.
Jimmy
I
Here's
love
the
Jimmy
thing, though.
Butler.
That's probably a
Mi-
better
No, here's the
comparison
thing.
than
The
the Heat
Miami
as a whole.
Heat,
Unless
we
they did a Dolphins,
over
it's crazy.
exceed your expectations. Jay Uso right now
That is true.
just keeps on lowering expectations because he's a fucking
Whoa.
main event loser.
Clippers.
He is.
But I would say Jay
Expectations
overexceeded
won.
expectations too.
Clippers
Hey,
is
though.
wait.
Clippers.
Whose expectations is he not delivering for? Because I
Not
never
mine.
expect him to do this.
Yo,
I'm about
your
to say,
name main
I
event. Jay
never
Uso,
expected
you
him.
losing. He losing regular main event matches.
That's
Fucking
wild,
match.
man.
He losing regular main event.
Which is crazy.
Hey, Jay Uso fans were telling me that I'm ugly just because I said he should go to NXT and beat Trick. That's a match he can win. That's a
That's
match he can win
wild.
in the main
That's
event.
I'm
disrespectful.
not opposed to that now.
That's a match
That's
he can win in the main
disrespectful, bro.
event. How's that? Hey,
That's Jimmy.
That's crazy,
Jimmy can have
bro.
that.
I said
Jimmy
you
can
should
have
go
that.
face Trick. Natalia face Roxanne. You go face Trick, bro. Go ahead.
That's crazy.
Don't.
I mean,
don't,
realistically,
bro, don't
though,
second
I think,
that.
I think, I
Cut his
think,
mic.
I
Cut his
think
mic.
Jay has overexceeded expectations as a baby. As a
Jay's
single
not
star.
KD. Stop. Jay
Bro said the Heats.
Bro, they
Someone
said
said
Jay-
If you
KD.
want to say Poppy,
Yeah,
I
nigga,
mean,
you
they
wanna
got no
say
rings.
Jay's
I
KD.
mean,
got a
they
ring,
both got no rings. No. Let's not
bro.
lie. Let's not lie. Let's
Make
not
him
lie.
a-
Hey, actually,
He has no
you
rings.
know
Yeah,
what?
he has to.
Hey, you,
Yeah,
hey,
no, no,
actually,
no,
actually,
no, no,
actually,
let's stop
Tegan-
lying. Let's stop
Actually,
lying.
Tegan, you're right. You want to know why? Because Jay Uso at his peak was when he was with what? The Bloodline, aka the 2017,
Relax.
2018
Relax.
Warriors. Then he went out on his own.
But he ain't got
And
no,
that's-
he ain't got no
and
title. He
hasn't
ain't got no
done
titles to
nothing
back it up
since.
though.
KD
He
don't
got
have
no
titles
titles
either.
to- Got
He
no
has
titles.
no,
but
he
it's
has
KD
no
after-
legitimate
it's KD after
championships,
he
bro.
left
I'm
the
sorry.
Warriors. It's
We
KD
need to stop
after he
lying.
left the Warriors.
Yeah, KD got
Not-
two
not
titles with the
before.
Warriors.
No, he don't. Why are we lying?
Yes.
Hey man, he shot that shot in LeBron's face. That was
Maybe
KD.
That was an exhibition game in my book,
maybe
bro.
Jay
I'm
Uso is
sorry.
Jason Tatum. Maybe Jason Tatum right now.
That was an
No,
exhibition
no,
game.
no.
in my
Damn.
book. I'm sorry. That
Nah,
don't count.
Jay Uso's
Nah,
actually-
because they like Jay Uso. They don't like Jason Tatum like that.
Nah,
Yeah.
Jay Uso's actually good too, so we don't do that.
Not
Yeah.
that's crazy.
He trying
Jay
to
Uso's
cook. He
actually
trying to
good.
cook. He trying to cook.
No, I mean, he got to be. I don't know. Jay Uso, I feel like is
Jay Uso's actually good. We not Tatum.
Fuck
he's
yeah.
he's in the middle where it's like
Fuck Tatum.
he deserves to have something, but there's other people who are also deserving. So it's just the timing of everything. Plus, there are other people who are overshadowing him as main event stars too, because they're more believable as main event stars.
It's kind of like Dolph Ziggler. There was a period of time where Dolph Ziggler
Yes.
should have been.
I was having a good day,
Another-
bro.
Hey, Nate. Hey, Nate, your boy be getting slandered, bro. I'm
Bro,
sorry.
Dolph Ziggler
Yeah,
actually won the world
I
title
am
though.
sorry, Nate. But think, no, hey, you right.
They said
And
Jay
when they
Uso's
did pull
Lamar
the trigger-
Jackson. Oh.
And Money in the Bank.
Hey,
I don't know. if Jay Uso winning Money in the
hey,
Bank.
Lamar Jackson might be cooking, gang. He might be cooking, but look,
That might be the one.
the reason why I said Dolph, Nate, and I know you hated that, but
Oh, gee,
the reason
they
why I said
violated
There
you.
was a time where they should have pushed Dolph to the moon, and they kind of did it, but kind of did it, right?
Yeah.
So, and then nothing ever came of it. You had, at the bare minimum, 2 golden, actually 3 golden opportunities to officially stamp Dolph Ziggler as a consistent main eventer and top star. You messed up, even though he got hurt, you messed up when he got concussed after winning the world title and then basically just kind of threw him by the wayside. You messed up after Survivor Series when he came back 3-1. And you messed up when he beat Miz in that title versus career just to lose it back to Miz again. Those were 3 times you could have. And Jey Uso, COVID, you could have made him IC champion right next to Roman. They could have been running that brand. You didn't do it. Then he went on his own. Hasn't won a singles title match ever to this day. Right? You didn't have him beat Austin Theory. I get not having him beat Gunther. And then the one title he did win, he lost 9 days later. And then he lost to Damian Priest and Gunther again.
They said Jey Uso is the Saints. After Drew Brees left them, they were nothing. When Jey Uso left Roman, he couldn't win shit.
Hey, they ain't lying. My Saints is trash.
Wow.
Fair.
They ain't lying.
That's fucking wild.
Wow,
I'll say
Braxton,
KD 'cause
you're
they
now
don't win,
public
but-
enemy number
Somebody said he the Dolphins too, bro. That's kind of crazy.
No, because anything the Dolphins do, that's exceeding expectations. So we're not doing that, bro.
Is Jey Uso
Well, I
not
guess
exceeding
paying-
expectations too?
I guess eventually paying.
No,
Jey Uso, no. What the fuck? His name is main event, and you losing in the mid card. I'm not.
that's wild,
Jey Uso,
bro.
Paul George.
Hey,
bro.
so when Tua
No.
gets that
Paul
when
George
Tua
actually
gets that
played.
$50 million a year contract, is that exceeding expectations?
When Tua gets that contract, I will no longer be alive. So there's that.
That's crazy.
Wait, bro, he
Yeah.
might get one soon.
I'd
Jesus Christ.
I'd rather have Kenny Pickett and Justin Fields before I deal with
Whoa,
Tua.
relax on
Right?
Kenny. Justin Fields okay, but relax on Kenny.
I don't. Jey Uso's Tua. That's fucked up. Why? Because they Samoan. That's fucked up.
Oh,
That's
wow.
fucked up.
Crazy. Didn't even think.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe something will happen with
Jey
Jay.
Uso's
I don't really know at
don't
this
have
point.
enough
I don't really know at this point if anything's gonna come of it. Because I don't really know.
Hey,
I
this
don't
can't
really-
be. Jay's
I kinda
legacy.
feel like-
You gotta defend it.
I kind of feel like.
Bro, man, you wait till you win the Money in Bank, bro. Just wait.
You think he's
I'm-
winning Money in the
I
Bank?
don't see him
Completely
winning
honest.
Money in the
Yeah.
Bank either, man. I don't see it,
Yeah.
man.
I'd be cool with that.
I'd be cool with. Hey, I
Who he
might.
challenging?
I wouldn't
If
be
Sammy
against
hadn't
it,
won the
but-
IC title, if Sammy hadn't won the IC title, I would have said,
Wait,
please
wait.
put it on Sammy.
So Nate, you think he gonna win Money in the Bank? Who you think he challenges if he wins?
I think you can take it from Drew.
Yeah.
I don't think he's not taking off Cody. He's not taking off Cody. I mean,
He's gonna be
you have a
swinging that
year.
sword like a mother-
Is
You
he
have-
gonna
you have
cash
a
in on
year.
Gunther?
Gotcha.
You have a
How
year.
you gonna have it taken off Drew when Gunther right there though?
He will never.
Hey, listen. You know what Malik said earlier? The Rock beating Cody, Jay beating Rock. There we go. That's your solution. Take the title right off Rock with Jay.
I mean,
There you go.
realistically, Lewis
There you
said
go.
that.
Do I
Lewis
get
said it was
the
gonna take a lot to
title?
beat Gunther. So I mean, Gunther has already beaten Jay twice.
I
so for him
think
to cash in-
I can see Gunther having like
No.
a
No.
Wait. No, let me
beat a
finish.
man with unlimited
finish.
I'm just
cardio,
saying,
like,
bro.
let
That's
me
what
finish,
I
let me
was
finish.
saying.
I'm sorry, Nate. I'm sorry, Nate.
I can
I'm
see
sorry.
Gunther having like a really like competitive match at WrestleMania, and then Jey Uso cashing in. And like, but the year prior, like Gunther's bullying this man, like always saying like he's a fraud, he sucks, you're
He should
shit.
say that.
You wanna
When the
run
bell
that
rings
WrestleMania
type
cash
shit.
in?
And then he cashes in at WrestleMania.
Okay.
Hey, it's fine.
I mean,
Another
I can
or
see-
night after.
no.
Or night after.
Can I say something real quick?
I don't like-
I'm
I don't
tired
like
of
you
baby
believe-
faces. I'm tired of baby faces doing the surprise cash in. Dead that shit. Please.
Nah.
Bro, that's
Nah,
been wait.
Nah, it depends on the
That's been the
person.
history of
Are
the. You think
are
only
book-
heels
are
have
you
won the
booking
briefcase?
races
That's-
towards baby faces?
Huh?
Are you a booking
Mo,
races
that's-
towards baby faces?
No, I'm saying they should win.
Mo,
they can win
that's
Money in the Bank,
literally-
but not the surprise
Mo.
cash in.
Mo,
You think they
What's
haven't
wrong
announced? They
with
should
it?
announce
Hey,
the
Mo,
cash
Mo,
in.
It depends on the
And
babyface.
it depends on
You
the
know what?
story.
I'm
Because when Ambrose did it, thumbs up.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm
Because that
gonna
made
go-
perfect sense.
I'm gonna go. Mo and Malik. I'm gonna address both of y'all at the same time. But Malik, Mo, I'm coming to you first. Because
Solo was back.
Why
in
me
the chat.
first, man?
Solo winning Money in the Bank?
bro, Money in the Bank.
That's what I already said.
That's literally the only person that like literally went against like cashing in on a surprise, in at least like historically, maybe not made more of late, was Cena. Because Cena was too,
Cena, RVD
too much of a
RVD.
babyface.
RVD.
Well, yeah,
Ambrose, one of
RVD,
the greatest
RVD,
cash
yeah,
ins of
yeah,
all
yeah.
time.
I'm not saying it's not, but my thing is, baby faces have won. It's not like it's only been heels. Baby faces have won that briefcase multiple times and cashed in. Daniel Bryan, when he cashed in, was a baby face at the time. Now he turned heel,
But he was
a
slow
baby
turning.
face
He
when
was
he won
slow.
it.
He was already slow turning when he
The
cashed
way
in.
Okay,
Big
but
E
my
did
thing-
it was
but-
good too. The way-
Yeah, Big E, yeah.
Yeah,
Big E
he let
waited-
y'all
Big E
y'all
wait-
know.
Big E waited until Bobby Lashley got on his feet and he smacked the shit out of him. Like, I'm gonna cash in, so you better be ready.
Yeah, like
So the way-
I mean, if y'all want to say Braun Strowman announced it too, sure. But yeah,
Here you go.
right?
Here
So-
you go.
And then they turned him heel.
No,
Alright,
Fuck's
bro.
sake.
yeah, but
Alright, bro.
here's the thing too, and Malik, this is why low key I have a bone to
I
pick
know.
with you, sir, because
Oh,
everything that you just said about cashing in is the exact same logic I used for Damian Priest, and y'all didn't want to hear it. Gunther's too dominant. You can't beat him one-on-one, so you might as well cash in on him after he's
He had
a
the IC
competitive
title.
match.
He didn't have the world title. He didn't have the world title at the time. You're talking about the IC title.
You
Nobody
were
wants
Yeah,
to-
you
pushing
wanted
for
him
the
to cash in on
mid-card
the
title to
fucking
get cashed
IC
in on.
title.
You really were, bro. egregious.
No, I
you were
wasn't. I
pushing
was
for
just
the
saying,
IC
don't be
title.
surprised if it happened. I wasn't.
But this is for
because
the
I said
world
multiple
title. Though.
times
This
I
is
didn't
different,
want
though.
it to happen. I wanted it. What
Gotta cash
Damian
in on
Priest did,
Cody.
what Damian Priest did, I wanted to happen. I was the one advocating for it. But since y'all didn't want to hear it, I said, well, what are your other options? Fail cash in or a mid card? Pick one. That's what I was doing.
Well, I
This
got a
guy's
world.
still
I got a
on this
world.
tangent.
I got a world title, so I think I won. So
I was the one
There
pushing.
you go.
All right, fellas. Well, we'll go ahead. and
we
sign
still
off.
argue about Damian Priest. He's
Hey,
the world
also-
champion. Why are we still arguing about
Can we move
him?
past this now?
Man, he about to get.
Too, hey, since
He
we're
about,
about
he,
to
about,
get
he,
off,
about to lose it. He about to lose it.
since we're about to get off, Double or Nothing. I'm not gonna lie.
Not watching it.
I personally haven't.
Y'all not
watched-
watching it for real?
I
What?
personally haven't
I've
watched.
stopped watching AEW personally.
I'm
I
watching
haven't
because
watched
my baby
AEW
Jamie Hayter
since-
might come back tonight, and I gotta be there. You know.
I haven't watched.
I'll
AEW
probably end up checking it out.
I haven't
I'll
watched
watch it.
AEW since Jack Perry attacked Tony Khan and Tony Khan was wearing a neck brace. So why is Daniel Bryan a babyface again?
Because he's
No one knows,
he's-
bro.
Because he's
Face a
Team
while
AEW.
He made
Bro,
Daniel
he's like Tony Khan Stitch. That's why.
Didn't
He's
he
like
turn face a
as
while
AEW
back,
as
though?
it comes.
He's representing AEW as like one of the locker room.
Yeah,
leaders.
he's like
Oh,
I think he's Tony Khan
he being-
Stitch.
He being
He
a
like has like the
And-
burners
and
stuff.
it also
He
ma-
snitches
and
on people.
and it also makes sense because
wait,
Tony.
like, are you talking about in real life or are you talking about
Yes.
the kayfabe?
Yes.
No,
Both.
Tony,
Both.
Tony Khan has it under contract that if anything were to ever happen to him, like if he got seriously hurt or if he's like dead or something, the company is
From the
going to be
Coke?
appointed to Bryan Danielson.
Wait, for
Damn,
real?
I didn't even know that.
I ain't know
That's
that.
wild.
No, I knew he said
to
he
run
would.
everything else, like
He would,
creative
he
and all
would
that. That
trust
would be
Daniel
Bryan.
Bryan to run the show if Tony Khan couldn't be there. I remember that.
Basically, if he's dead or
Wow.
gets hurt, Bryan Danielson runs the
That's
show.
wild. That's a lot of trust. That's wild.
No wonder Bryan
So apparently
Danielson
they
ain't
just
coming
made
back to
an announcement
WWE.
for
I
the
wouldn't go
guys that
back
are watching
either.
this.
You paid
The
me
people
a lot
that
to
are
watch
watching
the
this,
show.
right? They're gonna watch
I
Double or
could book
Nothing.
myself to be world champ right now, and nobody gonna be
They-
mad.
Yeah, but like,
They
I
announced-
thought Orange Cassidy and Trent Barretta already had their feud. It's still going.
Nah, it's the blow off.
No, it's the blow up.
Bro,
Yeah.
I hate this feud.
I'm just
because-
asking because I haven't watched. I haven't
Bro, let me,
watched. So I
bro,
don't know.
let me tell you why I hate that Orange Cassidy Trent Barretta feud. I felt like this feud should have been for the international title, and that's where Trent should have beat Orange Cassidy. The fact that
Fair.
it doesn't have the international title involved, it's what the fuck?
Oh,
the fact-
also too, why is Will Ospreay fighting for that title?
Because they're not ready to do Osprey and Swerve.
Because they got to
yet.
put.
Yeah, they're
why
not
they gotta
doing
put
Ospreay and
someone on
Swerve
Swerve,
yet.
Oh, Ospreay's
Yeah,
gonna
they're
lose.
not doing.
No, Osprey's
No,
he
gonna
about
beat
to win.
Osprey's gonna
He's
win.
gonna win. He's gonna win. He's
So are they
winning.
gonna do title for title?
No,
No,
They're not running it yet.
They're not doing
They're not
that.
doing it yet.
When is Ospreay and Swerve supposed to happen?
Maybe next
I
year.
don't fucking know. Probably next year.
Y'all think
Never.
Swerve's having? I mean,
Wait, y'all think
this is-
next
this
year?
is a
Y'all don't think
genuine
All
question.
In?
This is a genuine
Bro,
question. Y'all
I
don't
mean,
think
if
Swerve is?
you
Y'all think Swerve is
who's
having that long
Osprey
of a
losing
title
that
reign?
title to?
Yeah.
Wait, real quick.
What?
Who's Swerve facing tonight?
Christian.
Christian
It's
Cage.
gonna be Christian.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
losing. I mean, he's
winning.
beating Christian. He's beating.
But,
Christian.
He
but do
whooping
y'all think
Christian
Swerve
ass.
is gonna have
Fuck
that long
all
of a
of you.
title reign though?
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't watched, so I don't know.
Nah, not a 365. I mean, depends
Man,
on
the
when
fact
they do.
they
They
got
could do
my
a
guy
revolution.
Orange Cassidy facing
It's a
Trent
toss
Barretta.
up
Bro, when
because
they
I can
put
see
Swerve
I can see
in the-
Osprey
basic
winning
Trent-
at All In.
Because I just didn't see a world Will Ospreay wouldn't be fighting for that title in London. Honestly,
That's
I didn't think that
They
was.
changed.
Bro, when they put Swerve in the middle of the
Oh,
of the show, when he first
I know.
won the world title, I stopped caring.
I know who's beating Swerve, and I fucking hate it, but it's gonna happen. Fucking Jack Perry. Jack Perry.
I'm not
If
watching.
Jack
Oh,
Perry
no.
beat Swerve,
I'm not
Bro,
watching.
he called the EVPs bitches like two shows in a row, bro. Like I was like, nope, Jack Perry's got it.
I'm not
That's him.
watching. I'm not watching.
That's him. That's
Yo,
him.
that's-
hey, at least let it be Okada, not Jack.
It's gonna be him.
Perry.
It's gonna be Jack
Has,
Perry.
has he actually gotten better though? I haven't seen like the Jack
Who,
Perry.
Jack
No,
Perry?
it's still the same little bitch that we know.
No.
I haven't
His-
seen in the
his-
ring.
That nigga
His-
got choked out. I don't care about him.
His
I'ma say
promos
outside the
in
ring,
the
all right.
his promos in the ring still suck, but like his off scripted promos, like the ones they do for social media, they're like 50 seconds. They're pretty good. So, but he's still Jack Perry, bro.
In ring
He
has
ass.
never been a
He
problem for him
ass.
either. In ring,
But they're not. He's not being shown as much, which is good because he's fucking ass. So
He's oralist, bro.
he is oralist. He's. I mean, putting him with the elite was the best thing for him because
He moves.
if he returned
just a
on
little
his
less than
own,
Will Ospreay.
if he was on his own, nah, it should.
Oh, and then a side note because I haven't watched him this week, so that we can really end the show. Didn't Kenny Omega make his return?
Nah,
He's
had
still
to-
hurt.
He's not. He's still hurt, bro.
hurt.
He's hurt.
So he just
So-
showed up on
He
TV.
just did that to talk.
To
No, he-
build
no,
the
He did it
story.
to build up the story.
He has the diverticulitis.
He did it to his diverticulitis.
And he
So
just had the surgery, so he's in recovery now.
But-
Oh, I mean, fair enough. I just
they
remember
did
they
green-
announced him coming back.
No,
Then I
but
haven't
they
heard
did
anything.
greenlit him to build up the next match with Okada, though. So
Damn, somebody said
Oh,
somebody
and then-
said Jack Perry beating Osprey.
Is this
Alright,
Mercedes?
alright,
This is Mercedes'
alright,
first
let's
match.
Two bums.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
match. This
Mid and mid.
Yeah.
We all know
Yeah.
that means she got to lose, right?
she winning.
She's facing Willow Knight.
She's winning, bro. She's winning, bro.
She winning
she's
and
gonna
getting that
win her
little
first
dance.
Yes.
She
Why
better.
the fuck would she lose?
She better.
That don't make
Man,
no
she
damn
can
sense.
lose. I'm acting a fool,
I'm not-
man.
I'm not saying-
Oh,
I'm not
that
saying-
chat gonna be toxic.
I'm not saying
that
she
chat
will
gonna
lose.
be toxic.
But it'll just prove point if she does
Oh,
lose
it's
that
gonna
she's
be
the worst
toxic
four
either way,
horsewomen.
bro. It's
It'll
gonna
just
be
prove
toxic.
that.
All right, relax, bro. Relax.
No, she got
The
it.
only
She
reason
definitely
I'm
won.
watching is one, my favorite wrestler of all time is having a world title shot, so I'm gonna support my guy.
In the
And
main
two, Jamie Hayter has a good chance of coming back, so I'm watching that.
Oh, what's the
maybe watch
AEW Women's
Edge and-
Championship feud?
See, I was about to
And
say,
Malachi
I want
Black.
Malachi
yeah, Edge
Black
and
to
Malachi.
whoop Edge.
I'll watch
Tony
that.
Tony Storm
That's
and
it.
Serena Deeb. Tony
I'm
Storm
only
and
watching it for Edge.
That
That's
match
it.
is
You ain't
gonna
gonna
go
watch that?
down.
Yeah,
Malachi
I ain't watch
Black
it.
has a
Wait,
singles match.
wait. Who's Edge, bro?
I don't know no goddamn Adam Copeland, that poverty ass
Adam
name.
Copeland.
Fuck
The
outta
sad
here.
thing
Malachi
is,
Black, we need. Hey, Malachi Black is getting a singles match.
I don't know
Oh,
who
do
that
y'all
should
see-
win. He
No,
should
do y'all
win, but
see-
I think they're gonna make Adam Copeland win, bro.
Bro, do y'all see Ultra cussing, bro?
That's a shit.
is. Ultra's always saying stupid shit. He's always saying stupid shit.
hey,
This
guess
chat,
what?
my chat.
I think
My
Jay
Discord-
White's actually on the show this week. I think he actually
Oh, it's
made
not
the
the
main
it's
card.
not the buy-in. I thought it was the
Oh,
buy-in.
I think he actually made it. That's what I
They
heard.
just
I'm not
announced
sure.
something on
He's
the
still
buy-in.
stuck-
I
he's
want
still
to
stuck
see.
in that damn. He's still stuck in that damn faction stuff.
They just made an announcement on the buy-in. If you all wanna
AEW
see
has
it.
the greatest
So-
roster ever.
Hold on. They made an announcement for the buy-in. What?
So they said the winner of this year's Owen Cup will get world championship matches at All In.
No,
As they should have been doing.
Damn.
Oh, who's in
Yeah,
the
That's
tournament?
what should've
as it
been
should have been, but hey, I love.
You know
how
how
they
you
just
know where they got this idea
somehow
from?
did
You
it
know
right
where they got
after
this
King
idea
of the
from?
Ring.
King of the
King
Ring.
of the
King of the Ring,
Yeah.
yeah.
But they should have done this a
Well,
long
it's
time
smart.
ago. They
It's
should have done
smart.
this a long
I'm
time. It's
not
so
gonna-
easy.
I'm not
It's
gonna
such a
say
layup.
that word.
Hey,
Your
King
next
of the Ring
Tony
should've
Khan
done
video,
Wait,
you gotta put that
can
in
we-
there, bro.
Can we actually stack this tournament instead of just putting like two
Right.
main winners
Hey,
and
the
like a bunch of
Continental-
mid carders?
Hey, the Continental
Jeff Hardy.
Classic was stacked.
Old-
but
It was.
They
It
put
was.
old
fucked
Jeff
No,
up
no,
by
Hardy.
no.
having Jay White
The
lose.
Continental Classic on the gold side was stacked. The blue side, we had fucking Brody King and Andrade, and I'm good, bro.
I didn't-
No, Andrade at the time,
Gosh.
he wasn't even no mid carder. He was fucking
There.
fuck
He
Well,
was there.
Brody
I think,
King was doing fuck all.
Oh, never mind. Wait. Yeah. I think Jay White made it on. Yep, he made it on the main
Oh,
card.
it's not the buy-in. Okay.
It's not the buy.
Oh, so hold on.
Oh,
Read,
because they still return the death side.
before we sign off, read out what's all the matches. I need to know all the matches.
All right, so I'm gonna get the main card because no one gives a fuck about the pre-show. Adam Copeland, Malachi Baptist, barbed wire steel cage match for the AEW TNT Championship.
Barbed wire steel cage.
If
Okay, like
Copeland loses, he must bend the knee and join the House of Black. Roderick Strong defends the International Championship against Will Ospreay. Trent Beretta defends against face Orange Cassidy. Bang Bang Gang versus Death Triangle. Chris Jericho versus Hook versus Shibata. John Moxley versus Kenosuke Takeshita. This is an eliminator match. This is not for the IWGP
Takeshita-
Heavyweight
I hate
Championship.
This is for
Hate that.
Takeshita to go to
That's
Japan
so
to get a
stupid.
shot, which is
Why
Anyway.
is that not?
Anyway, Timeless Tony versus Serena Deeb
That's gonna be a
should be a
banger.
good match.
That's gonna be a good match.
Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes, and then
Oh,
we still got more. Elite versus Team AW, Danielson, Darby, and FTR, and Swerve versus Christian.
Also, the Trent Beretta Orange Cassidy match can't have no outside stuff. It's a straight up normal wrestling
Bro,
match.
that it
Yeah.
makes me
Trash.
mad though, because why couldn't that be for the international title? Why couldn't you?
Right.
Why couldn't you propel Trent Beretta?
You know what's even worse? Having an eliminator match on
Yeah,
a
that's
pay
pretty
per
bad.
view.
Yeah, that's
That's-
egregious.
So
That shit is
why-
ass because
That's
you
literally
saw-
his
uh,
biggest
so
gripe.
basically, if Takeshita wins, then he goes to New Japan.
he goes to New Japan to get a shot. Facts.
Hey,
Facts.
Braxton,
I
I'm,
hate
Braxton,
why
I'm
would
using
you-
that they're
Oh,
They
you
building-
think
easily could have had that match on Dynamite. And I don't
Why
even
are
watch
they doing a title,
Oh.
an eliminator match for a title that's not AEW?
Wait, is the show on right
I
now?
hate that. I
Yeah,
hate
yeah.
that
Will
so much.
Ospreay
they let-
and
they
Roderick
let
Strong
John
right
Moxley
now,
win it,
so-
bro.
Well, Osprey and Roddy going? All right, y'all.
Yeah,
I
so
gotta-
we're gonna have
I
to dip
gotta
out
go.
soon.
Y'all have fun
Great
with
It's
show,
about to be
y'all.
banger.
We watched the Double or Nothing. Catch us.
All right,
later. Follow
gang.
us on all platforms.
What happened
We'll
to
see y'all
Kyle
next
O'Reilly?
time.
He's hurt.
He's back. He's
Yeah.
helping Edge.
Yeah, he's back.
He's helping Edge.
Make sure you guys go follow. We also are on Spotify, like we said, so you guys can check us out live on Spotify. Same name, No Name Wrestling
Sir.
Podcast. And you guys can check us out live. And we'll be back next week with the spin the wheel of conversations that we'll be having. So
Ah,
it'll be
shoot.
interesting.
don't
Not
forget-
again.